1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. Damn!
Jay-Z is crazy.
In Harlem, though. I'm sorry it had to happen, New York. Trying to tell you. Damn.
Wait. We're not gonna
Broadway.
go. We're not gonna go live on Instagram.
You said what?
We're not gonna go live on Instagram.
Oh, we going live on Instagram. I gotta turn it on. Oh, yo, come on in. Let me turn my sync down.
Live on Instagram.
Oh, we going live. This is a great day. You know, I wasn't fazed by game 3. And, you know, it was something that I knew what was about to happen next game. I knew what was about to happen. Let me change this overlay, but I knew exactly what's going to happen. TJ McConnell has been an X factor. Now, Ben Mathurin, he was a surprise. But my man, Pascal Siakam, you know, I have text on my phone. I got text on my phone after game 1. You know, Naismith had a good game, but Pascal Siakam will make up for the games in the future. Pascal Siakam showed why he's a champion. Naismith off a bum ankle, dropping 16 points, playing great defense. Now, Brunson had him today because Brunson had himself a night. But there's a main guy. His name is Tyrese Haliburton. His name is Tyrese Haliburton. And there was a lot of talk before the playoffs. He not like that. It was actually a conversation about Giannis. Because I was like, hey, like, it's hard as Tyrese Haliburton on the other side. Like, I know he got burnt in the clutch and Tyrese had the layup, but it's Tyrese. He nice. Got clown for that. Now we're sitting here. A guy had 35 points, or 32 points, rather. 32 points, 15 assists, 10 rebounds, and 0 assists never happened in the game. Never. He doing stuff stat line wise outside the turnovers only Jokic and Oscar Robertson have done. So that's why I gotta say I'm a Sixers fan. But you can calm it down with the whole, oh, well, you can't talk. No, we gonna still talk. We all going to Cancun regardless. We just get an extra seat on the couch, or we get a earlier start too. That's all it is. But we saved an extra seat for y'all. You feel me? So the Lakers are there, Kobe's team, and then him and our man's Andy just out of nowhere, like they just suddenly became like Knicks fans. And I'm just trying to figure out why, like why do y'all care about the Lakers? Like it's just crazy. That's just kind of weird to me, you know. And that's what the Pacers did. So they'll win in 5 or 6, but I don't trust them at MSG. They don't win at MSG. But I've had my time. We'll have Kobe have his solo. And we're going to bring in P.
You know, it hurts when you defend your team and you lose because you're supposed to defend your team. But when you go out there and you defend another team that's not yours, and you defend them and they lose, that joint just hurt even worse because it feel like then you got to deal with folks like MJ. That joint just hurt, bro. But I will say, respect to Hallie. I mean, 32, 12, and 15. I'm mad because the Pacers knew The Pacers knew what they was doing, bro. They let that man back in the building, bro. They let his pops back in the building. They should have never did that, bro. If the Pacers didn't let his pops back in the building, this wouldn't have happened. They seen what happened in Game 3. They seen how Hallie played in Game 3. They said, yeah, bro. What can we do to help you? Hallie said, you let my pops back in the building. I got you. And that's what he did. He went out there and he had a game. He had a game. I can't even be mad. This is what I'll say, bro. For the Siakam thing, bro. I was wrong. I just thought if it was anybody in the league who would know how to, you know what I'm saying, how to slow him down, I thought it would be OG Anunoby. I mean, they came in, you know, they was with the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? I thought if it was anybody that could do it, it would be OG. And OG went out there and had himself a game today. But it just, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't enough. When you got Benedict Mathurin coming off the bench and dropping 20, and let's be clear, I've been a Benedict Mathurin fan for a while. Ever since they had that All-Star game in Indianapolis that we went to. Miles, you wasn't there. You had graduated that year, I think. But that year, I think he was actually hurt. I don't even know if he really played All-Star weekend that year. But that was the first year I was like, oh, he's gonna be cold. Then last year, things happened. He got hurt a little bit. It didn't really work out too well for him. First 3 games, he didn't really play too well. But tonight he went out there and had himself a night, bro. Shout out to Benedict. I ain't mad at him at all. My last point before I get up off this joint and I let P have it, bro. Jalen Brunson, when the season is over, bro, kick Josh Hart ass off your podcast. Kick him off your podcast. Josh Hart don't need to be on another podcast, on another episode. Josh Hart don't deserve to do nothing. Josh Hart don't deserve to do shit till next playoffs, bro. Josh Hart don't deserve to be nowhere near a podcast, a microphone. If we went to open runs, bro, and I played as bad as Josh Hart, you know the first thing Miles would do? Miles would come on the pod and he would troll me. He would troll me, bro. And he would tell me you can't show up until you win us a game next open run, bro. It's that serious. Josh Hart, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Josh Hart got me tight, bro. That's the thing that got me hot the most, bro. Josh Hart is the player that got me hot the most, and it's because he didn't play the second most minutes in the league. I believe in him to be a pretty good defender. I believe in him to run the offense. I believe in him to do all of these things. And Miles, you told me that the only reason he kept getting backdoor cut was because he was tired, bro. You told me it was because he was tired. We can't use that excuse no more because Tibbs used his bench. Miles, you also told me that things would work out better if Tibbs used his bench. Ain't nothing worked out better, bro. Nothing. Ain't nothing worked out better. They won in game 3, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like that was a fluke on the Pacers' part. I feel like the Pacers just didn't have a game they wanted to have in game 3. I don't know if that was because Tibbs used his bench or not, bro. Because the Pacers went out there and only put up 100 points. That's the lowest point total they had in the whole series. They got back to who they was tonight. They put up 130. Anytime the Pacers put up over 100 points, they win, bro. That's just what it is. They had 100 in game 3 and they lost. Tonight, 130. Game 2, 114. Game 1, P, what was it? It was like 136, 140, something like that.
It was like 143, 140.
You see what I'm saying, bro? This is who they are. They're gonna go out there and they're gonna score the rock. That's what they do. And so I don't know, bro. I don't know. Game 3 might have just been a fluke or something for them because this is who they is, bro. And my last one, I still don't believe Cat and Miles Turner is on the same is in the same. I can concede one of them might play their role a little better for the team that's built around them, but I don't. That's all I got,
bro. Well, before I tee it off to P, as far as Josh Hart,
bro, I don't need to hear nothing else, bro. He just don't deserve to be. He don't deserve to be on.
I agree. I ain't gonna lie. Like Josh Hart, it wasn't him being tired. He just simply ain't have it defensively. He's had some key rebounds, but
Right,
he just
and
kept
that's the
getting
problem.
backdoored again. So
That's
I'll
the problem.
concede
You go
that.
out there as a guard and put up 11 rebounds, and dudes want to get happy. Dudes want to get happy because he's 6'5" and got over 10 rebounds. But what about the fact that he was a liability on defense? What about that? What about the fact that his points was not really like they was empty calories out there? His 12 points was empty as hell. They didn't feel like nothing. I don't even remember the 12 points. 6 of them came from the free throw line when he cut real well. Hell, he might as well have learned how to do a backdoor cut. He been getting backdoor cut all damn series. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
I get that. Now we'll talk about the whole bench thing. But P, I vividly remember before the playoffs, we was talking about Giannis. We was talking about Giannis, the Greek freak. And he faced that bad man in Indiana in his house.
Bro, come
Off
on.
the dribble to the
MJ,
rack.
Be real. You ain't never called this man a bad man before in your life. You ain't never called him.
I'm just Cole. I'm just hearing him out because we already know how Miles has truly felt about Tyrese Haliburton for a long time. So now he's jumping on the Tyrese Haliburton bandwagon, and I'm not mad at him. So I'm letting him say his piece.
No, bro. I just be wanting Miles to wait till the off season for him to jump on these bandwagons, bro.
No, we go. Hey, look. No,
Because Miles will jump on mid series, mid playoffs. Like I just be like, damn, bro, can we wait?
That was my guy before the playoffs, bro. I told you, like first round. But first round, that was my guy. Cause I told him like, hey, yo, Giannis, nice. But like, look, Hallie did something only Jokic and Oscar Robertson did, and that turnover to assist ratio is a 15 assists to 0 turnovers. This is sensational.
That's hard to do. Trust me, I know.
Kobe's right. His dad being there gave him a boost, no cap. But give your thoughts on Tyrese. Give your thoughts on the Knicks being down 3-1. You had the Pacers, so you was with me. The floor is yours.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm proud of Tyrese. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, like, just you know what I'm saying. I'm proud to see him from when this summer to now and everything he's been able to do with the injuries that he had this season and still getting their team to almost to the finals so far. Like they're a game away from the finals. Like I'm proud of Tyrese. Do I think his dad played a part in him just performing? Yeah, you know, you always want to play good in front of your peoples, but I mean, when you look at game 3, Tyrese didn't play like extremely well, but he still had them up 20 points in that game. Like they really could have put them away. Like tonight should have been like sweet night, to be honest. Like he played well enough to me in game 3 for them to win. You know what I'm saying? But they got lackadaisical and allowed Cat to, you know, kind of really go off. But I don't even really think, to me personally, I don't think this is really about the Indiana Pacers. Like them winning and Tyrese Haliburton having his success and becoming a star. Like I always thought the Pacers' pace and how they played was too much for the Knicks. I didn't think the Knicks had a chance, and that's dating all the way back to their series last year. Like I didn't think that the Knicks would ever be able to beat the Indiana Pacers as they're currently constructed. So to me, this is like it's like I expect Indiana to be in the finals after the Eastern Conference Finals was set. So I'm not surprised for the New York Knicks. I think it's time for them to like you got to figure something out. I think they're in that stage of where you have to look at that team and it's like Boston when they had Isaiah Thomas. Is Jalen Brunson enough? Like Isaiah Thomas had the Boston Celtics, you know, number 1 seed in the East, balling, doing his thing. Like, is that enough? Like, is he enough? Is he enough to get them to a finals, to get them to a championship? And to me, that question is in the air. Like, and I've just seen time and time again. For me personally, looking at Jalen Brunson's track record, he was a winner in college. He won two national championships. Right? You get to the NBA, he's really found his groove of going to Dallas, figuring it out, shining next to Luka. Then you get your own team, but him being the lead guy hasn't matriculated to anything. Like it hasn't matriculated to anything, and he's only getting older, and he's only having more injuries. He's only getting more banged up. So, I think for the New York Knicks, it's time to look at, hey, do we go get one of those top picks? Do we go get, some younger talent to flush in here and find us a new star? Is Cat our new star? Do we want to build around that? Or do we want to really move these pieces and try to get something that can truly get us to, because me personally, if the East is healthy next year, the Knicks not coming out the East.
P, I gotta ask you this because I know how you feel about star players and the talent around them.
Mm-hmm.
I often wonder, like, is the team as currently constructed? And I don't always agree with you on this, but you very often say, like, right, he asked for that. Like, and Brunson probably asked for this. Those are his guys. That's who he wanted on this team. But I don't know if it's Brunson as much as is this team as currently constructed, and they were constructed to beat the Celtics, which I think is okay in a way because you think that Boston is probably the team to beat in the East every year anyway. But that's how they were constructed. But I wonder if this team is this team around Brunson and around Cat, is that team currently constructed to win anything? Because I'm not sure that Brunson is necessarily the biggest problem here, as much as if is Josh
I don't
Hart
think he's the problem.
enough? Is Michael Bridges good enough? Is OG good enough? Is, you know what I'm saying? Are all of those guys good enough?
To me personally, I think the team is currently constructed is good enough because one, it is what he asked for. Quote unquote, it is what he asked for to have those pieces. But two, I think Jalen Brunson's the problem because Jalen Brunson, as good as he is, Jalen Brunson is not. Let's be real, bro. He's not 6'6". Like he's not Shea. He's not Ant. He's not Tatum. He's not even Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton is 6'5". Like he's not Tyrese Haliburton. He's not any of the guys that we've seen. He's not Joker. Joker is 7 foot. Like these guys that are predominantly like ball like dominant players. Like they got the size to be able to switch 1 through 5 and like a lot of things. To me, I'm surprised that it hasn't been talked about more with Chuck and Shaq and all the media outlets. Is they've been attacking Jalen Brunson. Like they've been exposing him defensively, like going at him. And last year, in this time of the year, we were talking about killing Luka, who is 6'5", who is 6'7". I mean 6'6", 6'7". But we're talking about Jalen Brunson, who's maybe 6'1". You know what I'm saying? 6 foot, maybe 6'2".
I get what you're saying. I think my bigger problem is, for me, I think the team as presently constructed is good enough only if they all playing at the level that you brought them in to play at. And this is what I mean by that. I don't think this series that I saw the defensive output that I expected from the other four on the court. Not necessarily Cat, because you kind of know what you're getting from Cat on the defensive end. But I think from those wings, as far as Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and OG, like, I don't know. And Miles, when we was talking about Siakam, what was the one reason I said Siakam would not be what I thought as effective as I thought he was going to be?
The
only reason I said was OG. But that being said, even still, I mean, guys gonna have their games. Guys gonna do what they're gonna do. Tyrese Haliburton is gonna do what he's gonna do. But where is Josh Hart? Where is Mikal Bridges? Where are these wing defenders that we swore, or that when they brought them in, they swore that these was gonna be,
I mean, but to that point, it's like when you look at the rest of the playoffs, though, they haven't been defensive stopper this whole playoffs. So why did we expect?
But that's my point. That's why I was saying, like, that's why I'm asking you, because I'm like, I don't know.
That's the thing. I think their team was built to be able to switch 1 through 5 and feel comfortable. But again, like they don't have true like lockdown like defenders. Like Mikal Bridges is a really good defender. Like we respect him defensively. He gonna get you some styles, make some plays. Cool. OG's a really good defender, but OG's also turned into a really good two-way. So OG is like an off-brand Kawhi Leonard for the most part. Like he's going, you know what I'm saying? And then when you look at Josh Hart just told us in the podcast 3 months ago, this is the first time that I've ever truly really bought in to the role that has really been asked of me. And I felt comfortable and understood the role. But he said that and followed up with, "That's why I feel like I'm having so much success offensively." So, like, is Josh Hart a lockdown defender? No, but he's a really good one. But when you look at the teams that we're talking about, we're thinking about the Knicks about rather than what they actually are. When you look at Boston, Drew Holiday is a lockdown defender. Jason Tatum is a really great defender. Like Jalen Brown's a really great.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm
they
saying? So
did
like,
beat them. You got to talk about the Pacers, though. They done beat them.
I'm
We talking about
saying, yeah,
championship.
that's what I'm saying. They did beat them, but when you look at those games, they had to come back from 20 plus, 25 plus every night. They beat them off of like boy, the basketball was just blessing them. Because when you down 25 every night, that don't just like you don't just come back. Like that was like
Yeah,
a
no,
sure. But then when
yeah.
you look at the Pacers, it's like they got the highest up tempo in the league. They have the most possessions in the league. They have one of the best point guards in the league who is not like a ball dominant guard. He gets the ball out, he throw it ahead. Like how many full court or half court alley oops did they throw tonight? So it's like the Knicks they're not currently constructed for me with Jalen Brunson as if he's gonna be that ball dominant offensively, bro need to be able to be 6'6", 6'5", 6'7", and be able to switch. And it's not like, oh, when he get the switch, we just gonna throw it over there. Or we just gonna attack. Like we talking about Tyrese Haliburton. Tyrese Haliburton looked at him and said, yo, I'm about to kill him. No ball screen. As soon as I get the switch, bink, bink, we going downhill, throwing a lob, going downhill, lay, going downhill. Tyrese Haliburton was shooting pull-up jumpers going right. He ain't never did that. He has never shot pull-up jumpers going to his
That's
right
why I knew. That's why
until
I
he
knew they
saw
was
Jalen Brunson in
in
front of him. Bro did a tween cross, went right, 2-dribble pull-up. Never. That's not even in his bag. But that just shows like how comfortable he felt in his skill in this series to just like, oh, I'm about to kill, bro. So that's why I think Jalen Brunson is more so the problem. And if you can go find another piece that can fit that role or construct it a little bit differently, then I think the Knicks will be all right.
I think like with Brunson, I wouldn't say he's the problem, but I do agree you not winning no championship or getting to the finals if he's
Yeah,
your best
yeah.
guy. I look at
Agreed.
him like Donovan Mitchell. Like they're really great. They're really good and can be great players. They're like both great players. I ain't gonna.
I think they're really great players.
They both
Actually, I think they're great.
they both great players. They not all time guys. That's what it is. They not all time guys, and so they'll get you to the second round conference finals. I'll give Brunson that edge over like Donovan Mitchell. But in order for their teams to win the championship, they gotta have somebody who's better than them. Like if Cat is better than Brunson, the times Cat has showed to be the best player on the floor, they was cooking. They was cooking. So that's who they need. So Kobe, when you talking about they brought in guys and they expect them to be this, like Cat gotta be on some like 2020 AD stuff. That's what he gotta be on. If he's not on that, and it's not even necessarily on him, but especially when y'all aren't that good defensively, that's what it is, bro. Because they aren't that good defensively, they have to be amazing offensively to have a chance every single time. And offensively, they did their thing. Offensively, the Knicks did their thing, but we also got to talk about the Pacers in that Siakam attack Cat. They attack Cat. Tyrese was ultra aggressive. It had to have been Rick Carlisle or somebody telling him before the game, like, you need to be aggressive from the start. And then when you have Ben Mathurin, I mean, that's 82 points between three guys. And I didn't even name Naismith. Well, I got to give him respect off a bum ankle. He got like 16 points.
I mean, let me take.
I don't know, bro. Brunson, bro. I don't know, bro. Like, because his numbers have been.
Well, so they was saying game 3 that when they made that comeback and it was without Brunson, that it was showing, oh, like, you see what they doing, they moving the ball more. Brunson is Harden-esque, Luka-esque, in that he has such a high usage rate and he dribbles the clock. That's what Jeff Teague was saying. You got that element to it.
In the Celtics series, like, bro, percentage, he was bad. He was bad in the Celtics series, but their team was playing good, and they were able to sub him out and still be sufficient when he wasn't on the floor. This series,
That Celtic series. Miles McBride was
yeah, like Miles McBride. Like then this series, like he's been getting. If we're being real, like he's had what he's averaged. He's had 43, 36, 23, and 31 in this series. He's gotten double-digit points from the line in 3 out of the 4 games in this series.
Yeah.
So it's like he hasn't been like he's been up there dribbling, ball screen. And it's just like, bro, when you play a team like the Pacers, yeah, cool. You just took 24 seconds. We just took 4.
Yeah.
To come dog, we gonna come dog you again for another 24 to take another 4. So it's like, to me, it's just I just don't think he can be that guy. And like they go get another guy that can take some of that off of him. And he can be like a second option, third option. Okay, cool. But like as the number one, nah.
I think a lot of this also. I think for me on the defensive side too, it goes back to, bro. If you could play Mitchell Robinson in big minutes, it would be such a game changer. I like what you said when you said if Cat not AD in that 2020 series, but you know what AD had in that 2020 series? AD was playing the 4 too. If Cat could play the 4 and get the hell out of the way a little bit, they could have somebody play some defense and get some rebounds. Because you watching down the stretch in these games, the amount of second chance points that the Pacers was getting in these games, and they was just putting up shots at some points where it was like, oh, that's kind of the good thing about being able to put up shots in 4 seconds. When you can put up shots in 4 seconds, like Pete was just saying, if you know you got somebody down there that's probably going to out rebound the other team, it makes it a little bit different. When Mitchell Robinson was having his game in game 2, and then he was playing decent in game 3 as well, they had to slow it down just a little bit more to find a little bit better shots. It was going from like 4 seconds to like 10, 12 seconds just because now I got to find somebody. I got to find a good shot because I can't just put up BS and know that I'm going to get the offensive rebound too. Cat not down there getting no rebounds, and that's where especially if you got somebody like Miles Turner out, stretching the floor. So Cat is in different places. I don't know, bro. It's a lot. I don't know that this team is currently constructed. None
of us expected him to be in this position anyway. None of us expected to be talking about the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And that's the main point right there. Like none of us expected us to be talking about the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think that's where I got messed up at. I wasn't expecting it. So when I seen it, I got excited. I'm like, oh, this might be it right here. I'm like, oh, this is it. I wasn't expecting it. So then they got there, and I'm like, well, shit, they got there. It might be a reason they got there.
Might have a chance, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, I just proves to show that I think the NBA is trending, and I'll say that I was wrong in this point. I think the NBA is trending to like, we don't care what market you is. If you the superstar in that market, we cool with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We cool with it. So I'm excited. Like if the NBA is truly going to trend this way, and it don't have to be a Miami or LA or Boston or like somebody like that in the finals every year, let's see who the best hoopers is for real. Miles, you muted.
No, that's what it is. I think last thing I'm gonna say before we're gonna shift to Tyrese Haliburton and his game, what that means 1 game away from the finals. Before I do that, Kobe says something I gotta respond to when you said the bench. It really wasn't the deciding factor. I think it helped. I think the bench helped, especially in game 3, as you're getting that comeback without Brunson, who's on the bench, and you actually playing DeLon Wright, who's really playing defense. You playing Shamet, who, he was, look, a lot of these guys, my whole point with it, I know they ain't no like OG Mikal, but they NBA players. Like, it's not me out there. So if you give them 10, 15 minutes and you coach them well and they in the system and you have a good game plan, you should be able to do something. And I'll give Tibbs credit that he said F campaign. Campaign not giving us nothing on defense. He not going to be guarding nobody.
The worst.
He got that little step back 3. Yeah, he got the step back 3. If that joint's hidden, he's good. He brings energy. So I ain't going to say he's the bum, but like you got other players that defensively were better. And game 3, that stunned the Pacers. They did not expect that at all. That was not in the game plan. They did not think the
But
Knicks was
again,
about to be
think
playing
what they
with
subbed
more than
in.
7 guys.
You got to think what they subbed in size. DeLon Wright 6'5", Landry Shamet 6'6". Like they subbed in size and they subbed in vets that have won. Both of those guys have won in their career.
Wasn't Shaman on the Suns?
Yes, Shaman was on the Suns in the
Yeah.
finals. DeLon Wright won a championship with the he was on the Mavs when they was in the final. Like he's been on championship teams. He's been with the Spurs. Like he's been in really good organizations throughout his career, to where he's been around winning and being a part of the championship. So it's like when you bring in real vets that understand the game of basketball, you don't even got to coach them. They go out there, they bring energy, they do what they're supposed to do. And they don't need the ball. They came in moving the ball, getting it to McHale, getting it to Cat. Cat, you working, let's feed you the ball. I'm a backdoor cut, wide open layup. Then I'm going to go guard 92 feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's the difference. Like,
when they've let Cat really have his world offensively, when he's on it, I'll give him. When he's on it, he's on it. When he's on it, he's on it. But it's more like just defensively. This is defensively. If you're not there, then you got to be perfect offensively every time. If you have 17 turnovers and the Pacers get in transition, like it's cooked.
And
It's
not
cooked.
turning it over.
Yeah, he not like how is your point guard? That's what we're talking about right now. Tyrese Haliburton. Where do you rank him right now amongst the best point guards in the game? And he's done something that has never been done when you add in no turnovers. But with 30 plus points, 15 assists, and 10 rebounds, this is no exaggeration, an all-time great game in a huge moment. And now they got to finish the job, but they're one game away from the NBA Finals. So I'll ask UP, where do you rank him amongst the best point guards in the league and in the East right now?
I think he's still ranked where he was before. I mean, he's somewhere in that top 7, top 5, top 7 guys in the NBA. Like as far as point guards, like pure point guards, like he's somewhere in that top 5, 7, 10 as far as point guards in the East. He's somewhere in the top 5. I mean, his team's in the NBA Finals, like so he's somewhere in the top 5, top 7, somewhere in there. It's like that to me. Like he's still got a lot to do. Now, if he go win the NBA championship, that changes the whole conversation. But again, like he still got to get the job done. I mean, this the difference with him and Jalen Brunson was that they haven't been to the East Conference Finals. Okay, Tyrese has been twice. Jalen has also been, but neither one of them was won anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like when you look at the rest of the point guards in the East, the only one that's really been successful is Drew Holiday. So it's like he the only one that's really won something. I mean, I think all these guys are like in the same. Like I think all of them are in the same realm. Like him, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, like all these guys are in that realm of like they're in that next echelon of like really great or elite point guards, but like they still have so much to accomplish to like really eclipse, whoever is the absolute best at their position.
So like off the bat, we got Curry. I don't know who you classify as a point guard.
Hold on, MJ. All right, let me ask you this, MJ. And I'm not saying that this guy is better than Tyrese Haliburton, but this is the question that I want to pose to you. During the Nuggets runs, where were you ranking Jamal Murray at those times when he was having the biggest games and he was knocking down the Lakers and he was knocking down all of these teams? Like my point isn't to say that Tyrese Haliburton isn't one of the top guys in the league, but my point is to say that we've seen point guard. Like if you ask, like me and P had this conversation a couple weeks ago. We was like, bro, if you talk about Jamal Murray in 5 years, where do you?
Yeah, I brought that up. Yeah, I did bring that up.
Like we was like, how do you talk about Jamal Murray in 5 years? How? The point is at this stage of Tyrese Haliburton's career right now today, like he still got to go out there and accomplish a whole lot more before you start. Like, I think this conversation is premature because he's got to do a whole lot more. Yes, he had a great game today. Yes, he's had a very good playoff run. But we've seen a lot of guys have very good playoff runs. You be crowning guys too early. Like, we've seen a lot of guys have good playoff runs. We just seen Jamal Murray have a crazy playoff run to win a chip.
Not Jamal though. You could say Jimmy, but not Jamal, because Jamal playing with a top 12 player ever though.
No,
Jamal, but you gotta think though, Jamal was the closer.
He was hooping, but like he's playing with all time. The Pacers don't got nobody like Jokic.
No. That's not my point. But my point is that a lot of your Haliburton, a lot of the good that you have for Haliburton right now, a lot of it doesn't. You wasn't watching all of Haliburton's games throughout the playoffs. You know what you was doing? You were seeing those game winners at the end of the games, and you were seeing him get wins, and you was like, oh, and he kept going. He kept doing it. Now he's here in the Eastern
Haliburton before the playoffs.
Come on. Like now he's here in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I'm trying to give you and him his props at the same time. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is 2P's point. Jamal Murray was the closer. Jamal Murray has had, obviously, no, he hasn't had the game winners that Tyrese Haliburton has had, but he's had.
Man, like I can get, you can say your point without Jamal. Like we're talking about go-to players, like go-to players, like not number two, not number two. Tyrese is number one. Number one.
No, he's not.
I'm just giving you
the number one.
I'm just giving you the
number one
recent
option on offense.
No, he's not. That's how Siakam is the number one option on the Indiana Pacers.
Bro, the ball is in Tyrese Haliburton's hands.
That doesn't
Nobody is saying not the better player. Nobody, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all be doing this. We know damn well he don't got nobody like Nikola Jokic on his squad.
I'm not
if you're gonna say the argument, just say it without Jamal. Go say it with Jimmy.
You're not listening.
I'm listening, but you keep going on with Jamal. Like, let's say somebody else than Jamal.
No, you asked me about top point guards in the league.
He's not a top point guard, not Jamal. It was never on that level.
My point, Miles. My point is you asking me about top point guards in the league. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that in recent memory, in recent years, Jamal Murray has been a closer. He hasn't done and put up the exact numbers that Tyrese Haliburton has put up. No, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that in recent memory, Jamal Murray was the closer on a championship team, and you were not ranking him as the top point guard in the league. You were not doing that. Jamal Murray was putting up points in closing time. He's putting up clutch buckets. My point is that you haven't been watching Tyrese Haliburton's run in this playoffs. You've watched a lot of his game-winning shots in this playoffs. I'm not trying to say that
he's doing much more. He's shouldering much more the burden offensively.
I'm trying to understand that the argument that you have as to why Tyrese Haliburton is all of a sudden this. I
didn't get to say what I had to say. I'm just trying to figure out who y'all got over him. And the first one I heard, what in comparison was Jamal Murray, and I'm like, hold up.
I started off by saying I'm not saying Jamal Murray is over that guy.
Who we got? Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't have him as number one.
Why you disrespecting Jamal Murray like he's not who he is?
Then who over him? Who over him? Like who over him? Right? Where you rank him? That's the question.
Over Tyrese Haliburton?
Yeah.
Bro, you got Curry, you got Kyrie, you
got Luka, you got
Shea, you got who you said? Who else you said?
I said Luka and Shea.
You got Luka, you got Jamal, you got Dame, you got like
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray is a NBA champion as the dominant ball handler on the basketball.
Oh my gosh!
Championship in Denver. What are you talking about, bro?
He got Jokic. And we're not talking about anybody. We're talking about Nikola, the best player in the game. That's like saying, that's like comparing Kyrie to like Damian Lillard or something like that.
Right now, in this very moment, currently, I want you to go pull up Jamal Murray's stats from that playoff run when they won a championship and tell me what he did in that play. I want you to do that. Go tell me what he did in that playoff run. And I want you to come back here and sit here and say that he was not the best point guard in every series that he played in. That is
not just about that. Because they got to that point. It's not just that point. because the Nuggets got to that point more off of Jokic because of the regular season. Jamal Murray is an all-time playoff riser in the game. He's a great playoff riser. Let me talk. He is a great playoff riser. Okay. But throughout the season to get to that point, Jokic has way more influence on the offense. And with the Pacers, Tyrese Haliburton has way more influence, way more usage rate than Jamal Murray.
Hey, Miles.
So he has more influence throughout the season, too.
Miles, what do you kill? I'm only saying this because it correlates. What do you kill Lamar Jackson for every year?
But it's like comparing players.
No, bro, because
it's not the same. It's not the same.
Lamar Jackson for every year.
You want playoff risers until you don't want them.
We're not. We're talking about number one guys. He's a number two. Y'all picking a number two. A number two.
Tyrese is the point guard. He's not the number one.
He's not the number one guy. That's what we're trying to tell you.
He's the number. So Pascal is their best player. Pascal Siakam.
Listen, I will call.
That's the thing.
I will call the assistant.
Bro, number one option and best player are not one and the same either. They're mutually.
It's the same thing. Who's the best player? 9 times out of 10, the best player is going to be the number one option.
Listen, bro. I will call Tim Brown Jr. right now, the assistant GM from the Indiana Pacers, and have him tell you that Pascal Siakam is the number one option on the Indiana Pacers.
It's not about just the scoring wise, but the whole offense.
No, when you say number one option, that means the scorer.
Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all start getting literal. Y'all know what I mean.
Tyrese
Haliburton. What do you mean I'm getting literal? That's literally what it means.
Listen. Tyrese Haliburton controls the show. He's the orchestrator. But the number one option on that team is Pascal Siakam. When they need a bucket, they're going to Pascal Siakam.
But hold up.
Ball to the low post, we're throwing it to Pascal Siakam. We're not going high pick and roll. Is get the mismatch for Pascal Siakam and let him go to work.
2 things. Number one, Kobe can't say nothing about Pascal because he didn't think he could be the X factor. So I don't want to hear about, Tyrese got Pascal. I don't want to hear that.
Mao, that's literally what I called him. I said he is the X factor. If he doesn't play well, they lose.
You said he's the reason why it makes the Knicks.
Huh?
Hey, dog.
You said that the same guy that you praising for Tyrese having, you saying that.
You're not understanding.
Hold on. Kobe, I got you. You talking about Haliburton, right? 32, 15, and 10, no turnovers, right? You realize Pascal had 30 tonight, right?
Yes. No, he snapped.
30. He had 30.
Tyrese is the best player.
That's what number one option does. Well,
Tyrese is the best player. He's the best player.
No. Well, my number, this is the same. When Jokic is going off, when my number 2, Jamal Murray's going off, I still get mine. Every time Jamal Murray go off, Jokic still get his. Pascal, Haliburton went off, Pascal still get his. That's what number one option.
Miles, you realize Pascal is their points leader on the season, right?
I know that, but we're talking about.
No. When you say number one option in basketball, that means who is my go-to scorer. That doesn't mean who's my best player on my team. That doesn't mean any of that. Who's my go-to scorer? Pascal Siakam is the number one option. When you say number one option, if you look it up, that means who is my scorer on my team? Who am I going to get a bucket? Pascal Siakam is the number one option. He's the number one scorer on that team. Tyrese Haliburton can be their best player while being their orchestrator and not being the number one option. They're mutually exclusive. They don't mean the same thing at all.
Haliburton even better than Pascal Siakam as a basketball player.
That's a whole debate in and of itself. But Miles,
are y'all serious? Y'all actually serious? Are y'all asking this right now? Yeah, this what I'm saying. People can't take us serious if after Tyrese Haliburton puts up 32, 15, and 10, you're saying that Pascal Siakam is a better player than him. That Jamal Murray is a better player than him. We can't be taken serious.
Nobody said that. You are saying that. You said that Jamal Murray was better. I didn't say that.
That's what I'm saying.
Go back and when you run the tape tomorrow, when you try to make a bullshit video and say that and try to clickbait and farm me on Instagram tomorrow, when you go back and run the tape, make sure you put in there that I said in the very beginning, the very first thing that I said was, I'm not saying that the guy from this place is better than Tyrese Haliburton. I'm just making the point. All I did was try to make the point to get you to understand that there are closers and there are playoff risers that rise in the playoffs. Jamal Murray rose in the playoffs. I didn't say that he was a better player than Jamal Murray. I never said
Ben
that.
was talking about that. But then we got to, name the players, as the question stated, who are better than Tyrese Haliburton. And the first name I heard Curry, I heard Jamal Murray. Why are we talking about Jamal Murray?
I gave you plenty of names, but let me say this, and this is to the point of when I say Pascal is the best, is to me, he's the best player on the Indiana Pacers, and Tyrese Haliburton is their young emerging star. Pascal Siakam was a 2019 Most Improved Player. He's a 3-time All-Star. He's an NBA champion. He's also a second team. He also has an All-NBA second team and an All-NBA third team as well. Pascal Siakam is an accomplished. There's a reason he's the highest paid guy. He's an accomplished NBA basketball player, and it's just things that Tyrese Haliburton hasn't been able to do yet. I think Tyrese Haliburton is a young, emerging superstar. He is truly on the brink to me, and me and Kobe had this conversation last time we was live of Tyrese Haliburton being a superstar versus Jalen Brunson, all that. To me, Tyrese Haliburton is a young superstar. He just hasn't had the time to accomplish what it takes to be that guy yet, but he's on his way there. But as of right now, in today's current date, Pascal Siakam is more accomplished as a basketball player than Tyrese Haliburton.
I'm talking about the games right now. The game happened last night.
The games right now, Pascal Siakam just had 30.
He got 15 assists.
30. He just had 30 points as the number one option when our number two, as of right now,
at 32.
Exactly. But I mean,
15 assists.
Bro.
This where we be getting so tight with you, because you was not
you're giving praise.
And we're talking about the game. We're not talking about 3 weeks ago, Monday. We're talking about the game last night. This man did something only Oscar and Jokic did. Hold up. You're talking about Jamal Murray. Here's something that only Jokic have done. And Oscar Robertson.
Bro. Miles. I'm giving Tyrese his credit. Tyrese Haliburton is a young emerging superstar. To answer the question you have on there, Tyrese Haliburton is a young emerging superstar. He has not had the time to be the guy on the. He hasn't just had that time yet. He hasn't had that time yet.
But he's emerging into it now.
Huh?
Like he's coming into his moment right now. Like this is the highest basketball he's played in his career.
No, he's not. He's been here last year.
This is the highest. He's not doing this. This is his best game ever. This is his best game ever. We're talking about the game last night. This is the best game he's ever played.
All right, bro.
Again, I haven't said that he's the best point guard in the game. I ain't say he's the best point guard in the game.
We know he's.
If I want to say, I think right now in the East, you can say that he's definitely the best point guard because I'm taking him over Dame. I'm taking over Kate. I'm taking over Brunson. That is what it is. If there's anybody else, Darius Garland, no. LaMelo, no. Now, if you talk about the other guys in the West, well, yeah, he got to get to a finals. And then talking about the SGAs of the Lucas and then no, Curry, no. But Jamal Murray ain't even in this. I know that's not what Kobe said, but P definitely said it. That Jamal is over Tyrese. And that's insane.
Well,
but that's what I got to say on that. He definitely is. He's not even a superstar yet. He's like, once they win this game, he's a superstar in my book. Or next game 5.
We all agree with that. That's not the conversation. We all agree that he's in line to be a superstar, if not already a superstar. Because I already think he's a superstar. I think he's a young superstar. I just don't agree with the point of like him leap passing these guys, and he hasn't accomplished what these other guys have accomplished yet. We're talking about proven guys who have won.
But if
and
you're
are
talking
still
about,
winning.
if you're talking
If you're
about
gonna
like
base success off of
SGA,
one night,
the whole
we're
man,
talking
if you're talking about the SGAs, Lucas, the Currys, for sure, I think those are the guys. Those are the guys.
But what about the rest of the guys that's won, Miles? What about the
Who
rest
are
of
the
the
guys that's won as the main guy? As the main guy, or have got their teams there as the main guy.
That's the thing. He's not the main guy. That's what we're trying to get you to understand. He's not the main guy.
He's their best player. He's their best player.
He's not their best player.
All right, bro.
He's not their best player, bro. He's not their best player. He's their most marketable player. He's not their best player. He's their most marketable player. Pascal Siakam's not marketable.
So you believe Pascal tonight? This is the same guy in Tyrese that game one, when Kobe was saying, "Oh, Pascal played terrible. He was terrible. All this." Tyrese was the one that carried them and had the clutch shot to bring it to OT, and they ended up winning in overtime. And Pascal was nowhere.
Bro,
this is Hallie's team. This is Hallie's team.
Pascal has 17, 16, and 5 on almost 45% shooting in game.
30 points. 30.
Okay, and then he had 40 the next night.
We're talking about that was his game. Game 2. That was his game.
Oh, so he's
but consistently throughout this series in the playoffs, it's been Hallie.
He's averaging 23 a night. What are you talking about?
But consistent through these playoffs, it's been Hallie being the guy.
Consistent through these playoffs has been Pascal Siakam. Go check the numbers. What are you talking about?
Pascal was their
what are you talking about? You was talking. Go look at the numbers.
Pascal
you haven't looked up a stat yet. You ain't looked up no numbers. You're looking at.
I dropped you the numbers that only him, Oscar, and Jokic did in all-time history.
One night.
So you want me to talk about game 1 when he sends it to overtime and it's a 31-point performance? How many do you want? How many do you want? I'll list them. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'll list them.
Consistency is every game, every night through the whole postseason. Pascal Siakam has been consistent all postseason.
All right. So let's just bring up the stats since
nobody said.
Unfortunately, this is an argument, but we gotta make your argument because it's blasphemy being said.
On a rage bait. Nobody said Tyrese Haliburton hasn't.
You're the one saying it. You're the one saying it.
No, as it come in my mouth that I said Tyrese Haliburton has been bad. I've never said Tyrese Haliburton.
No, you said that Pascal over him. That's what you said.
He is.
You said Pascal over him.
He is. You don't even like Tyrese Haliburton.
Compared to the other guys. Talking about the main guys. My only issue is I get it's guys that's won, but not Pascal. It was Kawhi on his run. That was the guy. But what are we talking about? Like, if we talking about the main guys in the West.
Bro, come on, bro. This is what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking about.
MJ,
this right
MJ,
here
did you watch that?
Did you actually watch that whole playoff run with them? Because if you're dog,
with who?
Yes, with the Raptors. Did you watch that entire playoff run with them? Please.
Yes. Pascal was great. OG was great. Kawhi Leonard was all-time great. What's the argument? Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? This is like common. Y'all getting with the rage bait because we're talking about Kawhi Leonard. We're talking about Nikola Jokic. Y'all are saying the number 2s to them. The number 2s to them. And then propping them up on guys like Hallie, who's emerging in front of our eyes as the main guy. When I say main guy, not just scoring, but the best player on a team that is a serious championship contender. That's what we're seeing with him. Harden ain't getting no team to the finals. He wasn't this dominant in the postseason. It's several guys.
Who wasn't this dominant in the postseason?
James Harden. He did not have, well, he did have his team 3 games, and I'll give him that. He has game 3 games. But in the event, the Pacers get to the finals, he will do something that Harden ain't do, being the main guy. I'm not talking about 6th round. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about being the main guy.
James Harden was
wait.
doing to the Warriors, son.
James Harden
Was
wasn't
that
this
in the
dominant
finals?
in the playoffs?
Was that in the finals? And it was really, and we talking about being the guy, it's Chris Paul.
Wait.
It was Chris
What is
Paul.
this? 55?
That's Chris Paul, John.
55. Okay.
Wow.
And Tyrese is CP3 like, just like Marquise Morris said.
Bro, wait. Did you just say James Harden wasn't
Did
this
you hear
dominant?
what Marquise Morris said this morning?
Not as the main guy was he doing this. Not as the main guy, clutch, was he doing this. Hallie has had the most clutch postseason of all time. Up to this point. Up to this point. He's had the most clutch postseason of all time.
You're bugging. Yeah,
up to this point. Now, we don't know what's going to happen in the future with the finals. But up to this point, ain't nobody had this many clutch moments in the postseason.
Do you realize LeBron
That's 3 buzzer beaters.
Do you realize LeBron James closed out 3 straight series with buzzer beater?
He had 2. He had 2 in 2018. Hallie got 3 in 2025. LeBron had the Raptors, John. He had the Pacers, John. Tyrese, he got Bucks. He got Cavs. He got Knicks.
What do you mean? Knicks wasn't even a game winner, so he got 2. What you talking about?
We're talking about either tying the score or going up ahead. Either tying the score, going up ahead with less than 5 seconds remaining in regulation. Just saying, he did that joint 3 times. Now, if he could keep this up, he could not. He could not. I'm gonna definitely clip that though.
I'm stuck on James Harden wasn't this dominant in the playoffs.
I know, bro. We know what Harden is in the playoffs.
Because I'll be with you with the James Harden then choked in some of his biggest games. But over the course of a playoffs, he's never been as dominant as Hallie.
That's crazy.
No, hasn't. No, I don't believe so.
That is crazy.
Regular season different. We talking about just the playoffs. Oh yeah, no, Hallie. Yeah.
Do you realize James
Harden recency bias
is the greatest team ever? This man had 35, 30, 41, 38, 31, and 35. And he lost to the greatest team ever by 5 points. He was 5 points away from finals by himself.
You muted yourself.
But they lost, right? But they lost, P. They did lose, P.
We're talking about dominance. That's dominance.
You said
they did lose, P.
Like you said, never been this dominant. Like that's just not.
I get it. I get it. But this is the
clutch stuff.
This is the thing with you. Like you find a new joy in somebody that you ain't really been rocking with, and then you like run with it. Like this is like your thing. Like we need to make this a segment. Who is Miles running with in this week? Or we gotta Miles. He's a track star. Who is he running with? We got to make this a segment because first it was Kyler Murray. He fell off. He didn't cut the bill. Now we're on the Tyrese.
Now his videos out here. Now his videos out here. Miles going on. Hey, bro, he's not in the top 15.
AJ, my boy. Man, listen, dog.
Hey, I mean, like, I'm just reacting to tonight's game. You know, he's the number one guy that's just going crazy. Gotta shout him out. Talk about that boy Shay.
This is more than a shout out.
Bro, just like he's my. If I would rank Hallie right now, I would say the only point guards over him is Steph, SGA, Luka. So he's number 4. Nah, Kyrie. Not Kyrie. Kyrie ain't do this with the offense being around him. Whenever Kyrie has gotten to the finals or gotten far in the playoffs,
he won the finals.
But he had
LeBron, 41. He matched Bron every night.
Who's a facilitator?
Every night. He matched Bron every night.
He matched him
every night. There's never ever been 2 people that equal. They were more equal in a finals than Kobe and Shaq. Shut up. Stop talking.
Nah,
Shut up.
But I mean, hear me out. Scoring wise, Kyrie's amazing, but he needs a facilitator. He needs a facilitator with him.
No, he don't.
Yes,
Give
he
him the ball.
does.
He don't need no facilitator.
He had
to do
LeBron and
nothing.
Luka. That was orchestrating the offense. They was orchestrating the offense. It wasn't.
No, they was. You want to know what they was doing? You want to know what they was doing? You want to know what they was doing? They were saying, here, you take it. Here, I'm gonna go over here and get out the way. You go do your thing.
But who
what
is
they
the
was doing.
point? Who is the point guard? Who is the point guard on that team? It's LeBron. It's Luka.
There was no point guard.
Oh, come on! We know LeBron was the real point guard.
Bro.
Kyrie's a 2, masquerade as a 1. We know this. We know this.
Miles, stop.
We know this.
Stop, bro. Stop, bro.
We that's like it's not even like me. If you want me saying he's having the greatest playoff run ever,
better than
you might as well say that.
basketball.
You already said this is a better playoff run than Kyrie's ever had. You already said this is a better playoff run than James Harden has ever had. You might as well just go ahead and say 4 point guard.
No, I ain't say I ain't say he had a better playoff run than Kyrie. I said Harden. This is definitely a better postseason from Hallie that I've seen from Harden. And like somebody said, especially in closeout games, he ain't do it like this. But in terms of the Kyrie thing, I haven't seen Kyrie, and he had a team in Boston with y'all, all the guys that you've said with the Tatum, Brown. He had that squad. He ain't get it done. He ain't get it done.
He didn't play.
It was another time Giannis ran out the building.
He didn't play. He was hurt. He didn't play on the floor with them.
They literally got bounced out. They got bounced out that jump. He got bounced out.
He was coming off an injury. He didn't play with them. He literally hopped into a playoffs where he hadn't been.
Well, he didn't get it done. He didn't get it done. We've never seen him as the main guy, be the facilitator and the scorer at the level that Tyrese is doing. We've never seen that. We never seen that.
So you think Tyrese Haliburton is better than Kyrie Irving at basketball?
In terms of being the main guy,
Is
yes.
Tyrese Haliburton better than Kyrie Irving at basketball?
As the main guy, yes. As the main guy, yes. If you're talking about the best number 2, no, Kyrie's a better number 2.
I want to have this as a clip reel put out.
Yes,
tomorrow
look at this.
morning.
Look at this.
Let me ask this question to you. Who is a better basketball player, Tyrese Haliburton or Kyrie Irving?
It depends on what you're talking. You talking about a player? Oh, come on. Come on. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a player that if you build your team around them, I would rather have Tyrese Haliburton than build around Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie Irving every day of the week.
No.
Every day of the week. It's not even
Because what were the Cavs doing before LeBron got there? They built it around LeBron. They did not build it around Kyrie. The Mavs, they built it around Luka. They did not build it around Kyrie.
LeBron got there in like his 3rd year.
deal with. They literally drafted first every year after Kyrie got drafted until LeBron came. They weren't building the Cavs organization.
Tyrese only been there for like 2 years. Only been there for like 2 years with the Pacers.
But Miles, think about the team that they had put together before they went and got him. They put those pieces together before they went and got him. He was the final piece. When Kyrie showed up to Cleveland, boy, LeBron took the whole soul out of the organization. He took all the players.
Wait, Miles,
how all the money?
Been there?
He took all the love, all the life.
It's year 4. This is how I know your recency bias shit be crazy. This is year 4 of Hallie being there, bro.
But no, he was 2 past seasons with the Pacers. He was with the Kings at first.
No, this is year 4.
But he wasn't the main guy.
This is year 4 in Indiana.
This is year 4 in Indiana.
This is year 4?
Yes.
Oh, in the postseason. My fault. Last 2 seasons in the postseason. You feel me? His last 2 seasons in the postseason.
I don't feel you. No,
the last 2 seasons in the postseason.
This is how I know you ain't been, because you don't even be watching these guys the whole way through. You think this year?
I don't know. I watch him, but I magically picked every single person to go out there and cook them. Conference finals. Oh, what are we talking about?
Bro.
You didn't even know this was year 4.
But y'all not, if we talking about, because
year 4 of Indiana.
Haliburton got it right now. Look at Kyrie's body of work. But we have not seen him be that guy.
Yes,
that guy.
Yes,
that guy.
Yes, we have.
We've seen him do it being number 2.
There's a whole crew of people that said that he saved LeBron. Now I ain't going that far, but damn it, we not finna act like Kyrie just some shove off guy. That's
He's not a shove off guy, but that's why I said like it's different ways. It's different players. It's different type of players. So you think so you think that if you put a prime Kyrie,
honest with you, yeah, and
Kyrie
that's
what it is. Put a prime Kyrie on this Pacers team.
I'm letting you respond. I'm letting you ask your question and go ahead. I'm gonna respond.
All right. So do you believe that a prime Kyrie Irving with this current Pacers squad would do the exact same thing Tyrese Haliburton?
Yes, I do. You want to know what Kyrie's two biggest problems were? They were never on the basketball court. One of them, injuries. The other, he didn't know if he wanted to be a social activist or a basketball player. Those are Kyrie's two biggest issues ever. They were never on the basketball court. Kyrie Irving's biggest issue, one, the reason, a good reason of this is because y'all hate him because of what he did in Brooklyn. He didn't take the COVID shot, so we never saw what that team fully amounted to.
By the way, when those three were on the floor, they didn't lose.
They didn't lose. And then he was hurt in Boston, and people are mad that he left LeBron. Kyrie's biggest problems was never on the basketball court. Kyrie, pound for pound, might be one of the best top 3 basketball players we've ever seen in our lifetime. And you going pound for pound. I'm just being honest with you. Skill level, pound for pound. Come on. There might not be.
AI is it. AI, that's the guy. We know that.
Okay. What? He gonna say Bubba Chuck, pound for pound, the best basketball player we ever seen. Okay,
Allen Iverson, yes.
I'm with it. But if it's AI one, Kyrie ain't very far behind him. Kyrie ain't very far behind him.
I'll agree he ain't far. I'll agree. I think AI is a good example though.
So this is my point. A perfectly healthy Kyrie who's in the mindset. If you could take Kyrie's mindset right now at 33 years old, who the Kyrie that loves the game of basketball, that loves being an NBA basketball player, that cried when he tore his ACL just this past season, if you could take the Kyrie that has this mindset right now and put it on Kyrie that was 24, 25, 26, that was doing a whole lot of BS out here, Kyrie might go down as one of the top point guards to have ever played the game of basketball. This not no propaganda or nothing, bro. Yes, if Kyrie Irving in his prime was fully healthy and cared about being a basketball player, he would have done more than what you are seeing Tyrese Haliburton do right now with this currently constructed Indiana Pacers team. It ain't even close. I'm not having this conversation.
It's not close. I mean, Kyrie did put up 32, 15, and 10. I'm just saying.
I understand that. And I'm not arguing with you no more about tonight's game. Go back and look at the rest of the playoff series, dog. Go back and look at the rest of the playoffs. Those outside of those big shots at the end, bro, his stats wasn't like he didn't have no other 32, 10, and 15 game in this playoff run, bro. You talking about James Harden never had a playoff run that was this good. Go back and look at the stats. I get it. He had a lot of big time shots in this playoff run. But as far as dominance go, as far as all of these things that you're talking about, as far as what you trying to make this playoff run out to be, bro, it ain't that, bro. It's a very good playoff run, but it ain't one of the best playoff runs we'd have ever seen in our lifetime, bro. It ain't nowhere near it. Yes, this was a great game, but we didn't see some great games from a lot of players, bro. Come on, bro. This is ridiculous. This is getting crazy right now.
You're really wild, bro. Like, I get it. I get it. It's this new age recency bias, whatever, instant gratification, whatever. But like, come on, bro. Let's be so for real. There are so many players to this current date that are better than Tyrese Haliburton. It's not to say that he can't catch them or he won't catch them. But as of right now, Tyrese Haliburton, what is this, year 6? He's not there yet. He's not better than those guys yet.
So he ain't arrived?
No, he has not arrived. He hasn't even close to arrive. I don't think he's close to arrive.
He win away from the finals. One win away.
But listen, arriving, like truly arriving and being that God, that is different, dog. We talk about LeBron. Like, I'm gonna be real. LeBron James didn't really like arrive until Miami. Like, he ain't really arrived to like, I'm here.
Like
What?
period point
I
blank.
know
I'm
that.
here.
I ain't saying
So
like that. That's a different level. Though. That's
Wait,
different.
no, hold on, P. Hold on, P. Wait, so if Bron didn't truly arrive to Miami and you know that, are you telling me that right now? Are you telling me that right now Tyrese Haliburton is better than LeBron in Cleveland the first time? That's what you just said. That's what you just said.
No, I did not. LeBron is hell.
No, but what you just said to me was that you know that LeBron didn't truly arrive until he got to Miami. So
by
if
the
you
way, he
know
went
that,
to a finals in Cleveland in 07.
and you know that, and you just said you know that Bron didn't truly arrive until Miami. So that means what you telling me is if that Hallie has arisen just now, but Bron didn't arrive until Miami.
No, we not about to ask. Hold up, we not about to. Let me just, bro. We not talking about. Well, all right, when we talk about LeBron, it's different standards that he has that is way loftier. He's chasing a GOAT. When LeBron went to the finals, you could say, in terms of arriving, how I see it as, oh, you're a superstar. You're one of the top 3, top 5. At that point, you was looking at Bron being a top 5 player at least when he took them to the finals his first trip around. But with Hallie, it's more like I look at him as arriving as, all right, he's emerging as a superstar. This is his moment. He's playing like a superstar.
That's the problem with that. I've been very reluctant to admit this. This is the problem with that, Miles. We in the new age. We're not talking about the Brons no more. We're not talking about the KDs no more. We are, but my point is we in the new age, which means that Hallie, for him to arrive, he has to be Shea. He has to be your Luka.
That's the conversation.
But you the same one that just told me he's not over those guys. So how is he a ribbon if he's not over those guys, but he needs to be those guys to arrive?
Well, when I see arrive, all right, if you want to say like, it depends on how many superstars you have and how you rate them. Because like some folks might say the top 3 players, like a Shea, Giannis, and Luka. I'm sorry, my fault, not Luka. A Shea, Giannis, and Jokic. Hell, Tatum. If you want to say those 4 are superstars or in like a tier 1 class, if someone wants to say that, I still think there are some players in that tier 2 that they haven't went ahead and done it, but I still call them, oh, you a superstar.
So Tyrese Haliburton is in it too.
No.
Who's a superstar? At this point right now, Bron. At this point right now, Curry. At this point right now, Haliburton. I messed myself up and putting those 2 first. I ain't gonna lie. But like, hear me out real quick. I put on like Kawhi, a healthy Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard is an all-time great. Period. Like he's not even.
Matter of fact, Kawhi is over Tatum. My fault. Kawhi over Tatum.
Kawhi is a tier 2 all-star in this game.
No. That's bad.
Healthy Kawhi Leonard is an all-time great, a top 75 basketball player, automatic.
I'm more referring to this season. I'm more referring to this season, though. This season.
How about we get to let's start at Devin Booker.
Okay, that's good. I like that. I like that Devin Booker category. I like that. Yeah. He's like at the he a little bit. I think you can say Hallie a little bit above Mitch.
False. Yeah. No.
You cannot.
No, you can't.
You remember Donovan Mitchell in Utah? Do you remember?
He ain't going to the conference finals.
Miles.
He ain't going to conference finals, bro. I'm just he going to conference finals.
Bias is nasty though.
Like,
This man had Utah in prominence. We haven't cared about Utah since Karl Malone. That was before we was born. He had Utah in prominence. Now they out there with Colin Sexton and damn Jordan Clarkson. He left them in the dirt. Patrick Beverly didn't even want to be out there. He said, no, I'm not going. Utah, he had Utah in prominence.
Like this is like.
I mean, I think how like he played at a slightly better level than Mitch. You feel me? He been at a great level.
Dang,
Great
bro,
level.
this is like disrespectful, bro. To like the
Like, for
no,
instance,
no,
he's
like,
on.
it's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's on the ant level. He's on
let
the
me
ant level.
no, let's stop. Like
Tyrese Haliburton is on Anthony Edwards level at this current moment.
let me
At this
finish.
current moment.
Let me
At this
finish.
current moment. Yes.
Bro,
That's the guy.
listen, I'll give
They're
you
on the
this.
same level.
I will give you this is what I'm gonna say, and this is how I'm going to like phrase this to you so you can hopefully understand, bro. When it comes to being the guy, a top guy, like there are so many things that go into it. And the reason, like, if you want like on the court specifically, one guy played for a gold medal, another guy was there and supported for a gold medal. One guy has been to 2 Western Conference Finals. Tyrese Haliburton is in his 2nd Eastern Conference Finals. One guy is extremely marketable. One guy they're trying to market. They're about to just even start thinking about marketing because he's about to make, hopefully, a finals appearance. There is so much that goes into being a star, being a superstar. One of those guys, than just the on the court, oh, he had a great moment, great night, great game. The amount of times that you've talked about Tyrese Haliburton's 30 and 12 and 15, you haven't even thought about all the games, and I'm gonna bring this name up again because he had these moments and these games in his own way in a completely different record. Jamal Murray did these same things during their run, but you're not talking about them because they're not on the top of your mind. Jamal Murray broke records during their run, having games that he was one of the first people to ever do it, or only 2 or 3 other people have ever done it. But you're not talking about it because it's not on the top of your mind. But now you're going to go research it and say, oh, okay, dang, he did do that. I forgot. That's on me. My bad. You're going to go research it about all these guys, but it's like you have to give these guys time to truly matriculate and build their careers. We got to stop just because they make one finals appearance. Oh, boom. Yeah, they're the top. No, they're not. You have to take your time, bro.
You literally just said it with me that if Tyrese gets to a finals, he's a superstar.
I think
Jamal Murray has never been a
said-
superstar in his career.
I said Tyrese Haliburton is a young, emerging superstar who still needs time to build out his resume. Jamal Murray is not a he's a star. Jamal Murray is not a superstar because of the marketability on top of the demographic that he's in. Because let's be honest, we say Joker is the best player in the league. Am I right?
Yes.
How marketable is Joker? Do we see him anywhere?
But I mean, I'm talking about the marketability. We talking about the.
But that's what goes into
the play on the
being
court.
no, it's not just about the play on
the
court.
You just said last week
that superstar.
But you said last week if Tyrese gets to a finals, that was the whole argument between it was me and you and Coke. And we said if Tyrese gets to the finals, he is a superstar. Coke said no, he has to play. He has to ball out in the playoffs.
I think he's a bigger star than Brunson. I think I've said this time. I think Tyrese Haliburton is a young, emerging superstar. Like he is.
So you changing up saying he's not one yet? Because we got the film of you saying he's a superstar.
No,
if he do it.
Saying he's a superstar. He's a young one. He's not a top elite guy yet. He's just putting his name in that conversation of superstardom. But he's not fully there yet, is what I've been saying this whole time. He's not fully there yet. He's putting his name in that realm, but he has to build that out. He has to truly build that resume out. He has to put some accolades on it. He has to win something. He has to become a guy that when we look at the NBA, we think about, like, because as great as he's playing right now, when we say, all right, bro, like, give me your top 10, Tyrese Haliburton's name's not coming to your mind. And that's what I'm saying. It's now when you get to 10, 12, you like, oh, yeah, okay, who the best player on the Patriots? All right, okay, it could be Tyrese, it could be Pascal. Like, that will start to come
You're not
to your
putting
mind.
Pascal in no top. No, but
who not? Real.
When you talk about, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Real hoopers.
And
do.
which like if I was to do like a top 10 list, I ain't going to do it. But I would start thinking about Tyrese after like
15.
after like 7, 8. Then I could start thinking about it.
No, you're
I could
not.
start thinking about it.
No, you're not.
I can
Bro,
start
that's
thinking about it.
unrealistic, bro.
And I'm
you're
gonna say
not.
it's for me. Hold on. I'm gonna say it's for me because I had Jimmy Butler when the Heat was on their runs, number
Miles.
10, like number
Miles.
10, number 9.
Miles, give
So
me 7
it's the
players
same
right now.
exact thing. Y'all
Give me
know
7
me.
players.
I love the
Give me 7
playoff
players.
stuff.
Give me 7 players right now.
7 players. All right.
We already got
Bron,
3. Bron, Curry, KD.
Bron Curry.
KD. What did you stop him for?
Are we
KD.
sure Kevin Durant's better than Tyrese Haliburton? Like, are we sure? Are we sure? Right now at this stage of their career.
You're
Like
trolling.
right now
You're
at this
trolling.
stage of their
You're
career.
trolling. Kevin Durant.
Are we like
Tyrese
positive?
Haliburton, bro, Tyrese Haliburton.
Are we positive?
Tyrese Haliburton himself will tell you that Kevin Durant is better than him right now, and it's not close. Like, stop, bro. Stop.
Are we positive, bro? Like,
Yes,
are we
are top, bro? Come, bro. Yes.
like are we like are we
Miles.
like absolutely sure that like
Miles.
if you was a GM,
Miles.
hold up, if you was a GM right now, and I'm not saying in 5 years, I'm just saying for 1 year, you had one guy to build your team for 1 year right now to this current day for next season.
Kevin Durant.
And let me preface this. Let me preface this.
Times on Sunday.
Kevin.
But I'm saying, and I'm not trying to for the people listening, it's not saying, oh, who I would have for the next 10 years. I'm just talking about for next season. For next season, or right now, I would rather have Tyrese Haliburton over Kevin Durant. Build a team around Tyrese Haliburton than Kevin Durant.
Yo.
Kevin Durant at this stage, not prime KD, not Warriors KD, not OKC KD, hell, not even Nets KD. This KD right now, I would rather have Tyrese Haliburton. I could build around a team better with him than with KD.
I had 1 year next season to win a championship. I am calling Kevin Durant. I'm calling Durantula, Money Sniper, KD 3-5, KD 7, whatever you want to phrase it. I'm calling Kevin Durant the 7-foot demi. Bro, he's really bugging right now, Cole. Like Cole, like he cannot be serious.
1 season?
One season, Cole.
For my life.
Put my face back on the screen, son.
Wait.
Bro,
Bro,
like,
For my life?
Bro said, would you rather have Tyrese Haliburton or Kevin Durant for 1 year? And he picked out, yo, what?
1 season for your life, you taking Tyrese Haliburton over Kevin Durant.
If we're talking about I'm building a team and I want the best chance to win a championship,
Kevin Durant.
And they say at the basketball court, you got Kevin Durant, you got Tyrese Haliburton. I'm sorry, not at the basketball court. Not talking about Rucker. I'm sorry. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. That's about for an NBA court. For an NBA court.
It can be the Rucker League, Dykeman Park, West Fourth, Drew League, Smith League. It don't matter what league, what court, or what organization or conference. I don't care. We could be playing in Euro, NCAA, NBA, WNBA, Kevin Durant.
I know for a fact, bro, if the Suns had Tyrese Haliburton instead of Kevin Durant, they would go farther. They would make the playoffs. I know that. I know that for a fact. For 1 season. And we know the Pacers ain't picking up that phone call. Great scorer. But can you facilitate? Can you make other guys better? We seen a guy in Tyrese make every guy better. Naismith, who's this guy? Nemhard? B guys, B plus guys. Oh, A minus, A. Have had some A moments. Have had some A moments. I ain't gonna disrespect them.
Kevin Durant did the same thing at that point in time in his career.
We're talking about 30. We're talking about 30-something-year-old KD right now.
Kevin Durant. I don't understand.
Off the
Wait,
ACL. Off the ACL.
It's not close.
Kevin Durant. Kevin
Haliburton
Durant.
averaged 18.5 points all season. He just got right now. That's all. Give him time.
Thank you. Thank you, Laugh with Ace. Give him time.
Got somebody with some
But
comments.
as far as Kevin Durant, I'm taking KD. Like, bro, Bron, Curry, KD, Kawhi.
See, and this was crazy about it. This was crazy about it. We just seen the real KD just a couple months ago in the Olympics.
We
just seen him in the Olympics.
But the thing is,
where was your man Haliburton during the Olympics?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Practice. KD didn't practice. He didn't practice.
All right, so Kevin Durant. So Kevin Durant's over Jason Tatum because Jason Tatum ain't playing.
Yes, he is. Yes. What are we?
Okay, if you're saying that, all right. If you're saying that, cool.
What are we talking about?
Like, what are we talking about? Tyrese Haliburton is not even close to, like, he's not near Jason Tatum.
But I think we more talk. What did you just say?
Tyrese Haliburton is not near Jason Tatum. He's not near.
He's not near Jason Tatum.
No,
like, he's not near him at all. He's not near him. He's not near him.
No,
like not near him at all. Like not in the same stratosphere. Is that what we're saying?
Listen. No. He's
like not even close. Like
no.
Like Cole, can you see like all right? It's close.
No.
It's not close.
No.
At this moment, at May 28th, right now, it's not close.
Miles, we seen a rookie J Tate dunk on LeBron. That was some years ago. That was 7-8 years ago. You acting like these guys are so far apart. No. Jason Tatum was only in the league 2-3 years before Haliburton got here. You keep forgetting this is year 6. This is year 6. This was my problem with the beginning of the Shea conversation. The very beginning of it, we didn't see Shea jump on the scene till like 2-3 years ago, and everybody forgot about the first 5 years of his career. You forgetting about the first 5 years of Tyrese Haliburton's career. You forgetting that 3 weeks ago, you was not talking about this dude in any conversation. You want to know the conversation that you was mentioning Tyrese Haliburton in? And this is what's so nasty about how far you jumped in the Tyrese Haliburton conversation. A couple weeks ago, the only players you was mentioning Tyrese Haliburton in conversation with was LaMelo Ball. Now all of a sudden, you look, and you know that's crazy. That's why you laughing.
No,
the only conversation you was mentioning Tyrese Haliburton in was a LaMelo Ball conversation. Now all of a sudden, he's more dominant than James Harden. You rather him, he's better than Kyrie. You rather him than KD. Do you understand how nasty that is?
But all the guys, they older though. Like, I agree with you. Hold on. I agree with you. I'm not agreeing with you though.
Okay, I can get with you. If that's the argument that you want to make for the KD conversation, even though I'm not making that same argument. Here's the problem. The conversation about him being better than Kyrie has shit to do with age. The conversation about him being more dominant than James Harden has nothing to do with age. Everything you saying, these conversations don't have nothing to do with age. You telling me that you would rather have him over Kyrie. You telling me that he's more dominant than James Harden. You telling me that you'd rather have him over KD. No, bro.
This is what I'm
a month ago, you wouldn't mention him in no other conversation than to say, hey, bro, LaMelo having a good season. Would y'all rather LaMelo or Tyrese Haliburton? And you didn't have a problem with us saying LaMelo. Like, you argued it a little bit, but you ain't dragged. You ain't dragged. Now all of a sudden, he's in conversation with the KDs, the Kyries.
He's not even in the conversation. Like, Jason Tatum is the only American basketball player who's been first team All NBA the last 4 years. Every year, he's the only American basketball player who's been first team All NBA the last 4 seasons.
New York,
he's a 6-time NBA All-Star. He's an NBA All-Star Game MVP. He's an All-NBA third team. And did I forget to mention, he's an Eastern Conference Finals MVP and an NBA champion. Tyrese Haliburton has none of that.
None of it. He has none of it. Like none.
But we talking about like right now, like
He's
y'all
not
want to talk
close to
about
Jason Tatum right now.
Oh,
Injured.
right now.
Injured.
Like, we're not talking about the past.
Right
We're talking about
now?
right now.
Right now, I would rather have Jason Tatum injured than Tyrese Haliburton.
I might have to wait a year, but I know exactly where I'm going.
I'm
That
Hell
getting,
no.
like, what is we talking
No,
about?
like, and here's the reason here. Here's the reason why I have my affinity towards Tyrese Haliburton. Because the number one
Is he
reason,
the bruh? Is he the bruh that I didn't know about it?
bro.
That's what
Is
I'm.
he the
I'm
bruh?
that's what I'm. Hey, I was thinking that.
Nah, like,
bro.
look, bro, look,
Bro,
bro.
Is he the
I was thinking
bruh and
that,
I
bro.
didn't know about it?
The Sixers' number one mistake in the trust the process era
Was
not trading for Tyrese Haliburton. Because if we had Tyrese Haliburton, Joel Embiid's gained a championship. He's gained a championship. What you see with Jamal Murray and Jokic, that would be that on steroids. The league is so lucky. Daryl Morey,
no.
Steve,
Bro.
hold on.
No,
Steve,
because he
hold on.
talking about
Steve,
people
hold
not taking us serious, bro. And it's stuff
Bro.
like this, bro. You know
Bro.
what the biggest draft mistake y'all made was, and it was not drafting Jason Tatum. Shut up.
MJ, and you
What
are
was
on
the-
record
what was the
saying
worst
it.
mistake? So
You
say
are
it before
Jason
Kobe.
Tatum. If y'all drafted Jason Tatum, y'all would have a championship by now. Period. Point blank.
You
Y'all
are
have a
on record
championship.
saying that the only reason you hate Jason Tatum is because your 76ers didn't take him. And now tonight, on May 28th,
Okay, number two. Okay, number two. We are a bad team. The number two, the second biggest
No, y'all
mistake
took
in
the
the
right
trust the
player.
process era was Tyrese
No,
Haliburton. It was
that's
Tyrese
still
Haliburton.
false. The second biggest mistake was trading away Jimmy Butler. That's
Ah,
the second biggest mistake. Y'all would have
no, we don't know. We don't know. We don't
Yes,
know
y'all
what Jimmy
do
would do
know.
though. We don't know what Jimmy would do though.
No, Cope, here we go again with the facts.
We
Here
don't know
go.
what Jimmy would
When
do.
listen, when Jimmy Butler was on the 76ers, you realize that was all the time that Jimmy Butler was on the 76ers, that's the most games Joel Embiid played consecutively in his whole career.
Man, that's
Facts. Y'all would have had a champion. Y'all would have been in the finals. Y'all could have probably had a championship.
but Tyrese give you more longevity. He give you more longevity though.
You put Laugh and Ace back
He's
on the
another
screen. He's the
guy.
only reasonable fan we got left in here tonight. He's the only reasonable person we got left in here tonight from Philly.
Drafting Fultz over Tatum was our biggest mistake in letting Butler go.
Thank you.
But if you trade for Tyrese and Tyrese does what he's doing now for the Sixers, that makes up for the Markel Fultz stuff. That makes up for Jason Tatum stuff.
Stop. No, I'm about to go to bed, bro. I got class in the morning, bro.
Does that not make up for that?
No, if y'all had Tyrese Haliburton, bro, he would be so mad and frustrated right now. It would not be a success. He would be irritated right now. Irritated, fed up, not enjoying basketball. He'd probably be demanding a trade right now.
If the Sixers traded for Tyrese Haliburton to play with Joel Embiid,
yes, he would be demanding a trade because he would never play with Joel Embiid.
That would be
Joel
him.
Embiid don't fit his
hate this. That would be him and Harden on steroids.
No.
Embiid probably have 2-3. He be on some Jokic stuff.
Embiid don't run the floor. Embiid don't move. Tyrese Haliburton wants to get it and go. There's a reason why Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, Ben Mathurin, why all these guys have success. Because when he get the ball, they're already down there. They're gone. Joel Embiid going to be standing there walking up the floor talking about some hit me at the top of the key or hit me at the free throw line. No, we don't want your drag, slow pick and roll. Get out. Move.
Dang.
This man said
that was a miss, though, right? That had to have been that was a miss.
That wasn't a miss.
That wasn't a miss. That wasn't a miss.
Oh,
come on. All right.
Y'all got Tyrese Maxey.
Aaron, that's definitely a miss.
Y'all got
not getting Tyrese is a miss.
Y'all got Tyrese Maxey. Y'all got the right Tyrese. Y'all got
Tyrese.
He not the point guard that Tyrese Haliburton is. Not facilitated.
Miles, would you have said that this was a miss 3 months ago?
Yes.
No.
Yes. I said that last season. This was a miss?
Oh, you didn't like Tyrese Haliburton. He's the same guy on record. Tyrese Haliburton is the biggest front runner ever in NBA history. I would never want him on the Philadelphia 76ers. We don't like
Whoa. Bro, how it is now without Harden, we don't got look, the Sixers, they got no true point guard. Tyrese
Go
Maxey.
draft Dylan Harper.
Tyrese
Go draft
Maxey is a poor man's Kyrie. He's a poor man's Kyrie.
That's
He's a
disrespectful.
1.
That's
He's a 2 masquerade as a 1.
That's disrespectful.
To who?
That's to both of them.
Both of them.
That's disrespectful.
Wait. A
Neither
poor
one.
man's Kyrie is actually pretty nice.
There
A
is
poor
no-
man's Kyrie
First of
That's-
all,
that's
there is
Kyrie.
no port.
to
there is no-
Kyrie? What?
There is no port man
What?
to Kyrie. There is no
There-
port man to Kyrie. And Tyrese Maxey is completely different player than Kyrie Irving.
They're 2s masqueraded as 1s. That's what they are.
No, they're not.
That's okay. If that's what you want to call them, that's okay. But they not even in the. Don't even
They
put them
not
in the
even
same
in
dialogue.
They
the-
twitchy.
that's not- No.
Oh, what? Twitchy, nigga. Twitchy?
He said they twitchy.
Twitchy. Yeah, Maxey.
You know what we
Maxey.
going with?
Maxey's a poor man. A poor man.
They both-
A poor man.
They both twos.
He's not a rich man's.
They
No,
both
he's a poor
twos.
man.
He's not a no man's. He's not a no man's Kyrie. He don't have nothing Kyrie got in his nowhere in his arsenal.
So it's just
Kyrie
disrespectful to Kyrie then.
Yeah,
Kyrie
it's disrespectful to both of them. Like
How's
stop.
disrespectful to
Because
Because
you
Tyrese
put
Maxey
expectations
is
on that
his
man
own-
back that he don't deserve.
Like, bro, Tyrese Maxey is his own young emerging superstar, and his game don't have nothing to do with what Kyrie Irving does at all.
I'm
So
just saying, bro, like as
Stop
as
saying-
point
whatever
guards
it is
that
you
we
say,
look at,
Stop saying it. Stop saying it.
but as point guards, bro, that
No.
I'm just saying my last point on it is just with Tyrese, when he starts scoring, you're looking at the best point guard in the league when he starts scoring. But let me finish. Consistently, he isn't this aggressive. But when Tyrese is this aggressive, and we know that he is elite passing the ball, he can 100% be the best point guard in the league if he stays this aggressive.
We going viral, guys.
No, because this is the thing. This is the thing. He's not going to clip this and put it out on a reel. He's
I
just
will.
going to leave it on YouTube.
I've been texting. I know. I've been texting all of the timestamps. I'm on it.
I have too.
I'm on it.
I've been doing that shit.
Bro.
I do that stuff.
Yo,
Yeah.
wait,
Nah, this is ridiculous.
wow, son. Like Tyrese,
This-
listen, I'm a huge fan of Tyrese Haliburton. Got to know him really well. He's amazing. He's a young emerging superstar in this NBA. And he's on his way there. He hasn't arrived. He's not close to arriving yet. He has a lot of things that I believe he's truly going to accomplish. But to sit here and say he's better than Kyrie, he's better than KD, he's better than Jason Tatum,
He's more
Like,
dominant than James Harden. Don't forget that.
more dominant than James Harden, better than Jamal Murray. Like saying all these crazy things are like
Jamal Murray. Stop.
It's a
Like,
better
stop. Stop
basketball
Jamal. Stop
player.
Jamal.
he's a better basketball player than Tyrese Haliburton.
MJ, let me know
Right
how you
now,
want to do
he's
this.
a
You
better
want to? Should we just make a compilation of all the crazy Tyrese Haliburton things you said tonight, or do you want to go?
No. I want clip per segment. So per Kyrie, per
bet.
KD. We should have 8
Kyrie.
reels that go out. We should have
Kyrie.
8 reels that go out.
Kyrie and Haliburton. Jamal.
KD and Haliburton.
Jamal and Haliburton. KD and
Tatum
Haliburton. Who?
Tatum and Haliburton.
Oh, Tatum for sure. Yeah.
We should have
That's-
tomorrow morning. We should be booming with reels, and you should be getting cooked all week, weekend and next week.
I like that Kyrie stuff. I like that. And I love Jamal Murray.
Bro,
I
here we
love
go.
that.
We ain't gonna see none of them.
Nah.
Watch. Here we go. Look.
And I love the
Here we
KD one. I like KD.
go. I'm
And
in
Tatum.
Atlanta. I'm in
Speaking of
Atlanta. I'm
Tatum.
outside.
Speaking of Tatum,
Here you go.
I've come to the realization that
You want to keep kicking a dead a beat horse while he down, bro?
No, I'm
Shea Gildress Alexander, if he gets a championship and a finals MVP, he is
We already
over
talked
Jason
He
Tatum.
already
We
admitted
already
that.
talked about that.
He already, yeah.
We already talked about that.
And right now, he's over Jason Tatum.
False. No, he's not. Job's not finished. Job's not finished, bro. Job's not finished, bro.
But we can admit, though, when he
Jason
does
Tatum
win the
is-
championship,
We already admitted that.
We already admitted that, bro. If he wins a championship and he gets Finals MVP, and you want to say he's better than Jason Tatum, he's better than Jason Tatum.
Would you say that he's the best in the world?
Who?
Shay.
To me, no.
Would it still be Jokic?
To me,
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
Giannis?
Me personally, until LeBron James walks off a basketball court, he's the best player.
Every night that LeBron James stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why people keep asking. People keep talking about all this best player, and until LeBron James stops playing basketball, he's the best player in the world. I don't care if he's 40, 24, 54. LeBron at 5.
Hey, that's cool with me. LeBron, Steph,
Like,
that's cool with me.
That's not even close.
I ain't
Like,
say
you gotta
Steph. I said LeBron.
say LeBron. Like, you tried to slide Steph in there. No, LeBron James is the best
Don't do that.
basketball player in the world.
I think if you say Bron, though, you gotta say Steph too. Then
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Why?
You don't have to say that.
because you're rating Bron as you should based off his accolades, and
No,
you would be
I'm not.
basing
That's not what I'm
Steph
rating
over
Bron off.
Shea over the
I'm not rating
accolades. Not
Bron
right
off-
now.
I'm not rating Bron. I'm rating Bron off of when LeBron James came in the NBA at 18 in 2003.
That's
He was-
accolades.
No. I ain't saying nothing about an accolade. He was predicted to arguably be one of the 6 greatest players ever. He somehow exceeded that and then some with all the only person who's ever been expected to do that. No other player in NBA history has ever been expected from the first moment to be the greatest ever. Not even the person that people like to call the greatest ever. None of them have been expected from day one to be the greatest ever. And he somehow did that and then some. Stop, bro. It's not even close. Like, it's not even a comparison. Like, it's not. It's not close, bro.
Top 5 all time: Bron, MJ, Magic.
Don't piss me off.
Lord bless us.
Sorry about that. I mean, Magic is in my top 5. He over Kobe. I'd probably say Kareem, number 3. Shaq, Magic, number 5.
Go ahead, P.
Cole, please go ahead. I
Go
need
ahead,
a
man.
second.
Go ahead, P.
I
Go ahead,
need a second,
Go
Cole.
ahead,
I
P.
need a second.
Go ahead,
Go,
P.
Cole. I need a
Go ahead,
second,
P.
bro. I need a second.
Thank you,
This
Kobe
is
Bean Bryant. Thank you, Ace.
like he's about to lose.
I mean, that's his name. Like, you feel me? That's his name, though. Like, it's his name. Hell, if it was a boy named Miles Bryant, I'm going
me
Miles.
personally,
It don't have nothing to do with that. How you
personally, my top 5 all time, Bron, Kobe, MJ, Shaq, Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I'm
Kareem out of the top 5.
To me, yes. I didn't watch Kareem. I love his accolades. I didn't watch Kareem. He's in my top 10 based off strictly off his accolades and a little bit of film that we do get to see, but I ain't watched Kareem.
This man. Kobe not in your top 5. Can you explain that?
Clickbait. We know why he's. Well, come on. We don't need to come on, bro. Go.
I love Kobe. I just feel like Magic, with the time that he got, he did more than Kobe.
Did more what?
Did more winning.
How?
Same amount of championships off rip. When he first got to the league, he dropped him 45 points in the closeout game. I hate doing this, but Kobe was shooting air balls, you feel me? Like,
so you forgetting about Magic dribbling the clock out? Magic dribbling the clock out, air ball, hook, sky hook. Bro, lost them the series back to back. You forget about all that?
Hey, bro, but like who did more with less years? Who did more with less years? Who got more MVPs? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is, bro.
Ace, that's a real good
There
question.
were only 2 players eligible to win the MVP. Him and Larry. Nobody else had a chance.
Kareem was in the league.
Kareem was 50.
Kareem Day got 7. I'm just part of it was Magic was just better. It was more that guy
Kobe
in
Bryant
his
is the
era
greatest Laker ever. He's the greatest Laker ever.
because he played longer. If you give Magic 20 years, Magic going
Whose
at
fault
that
is
rate.
that? Whose fault is that? Nobody told Magic to be out here, you know what I mean? Whose fault is that, bro? And I love Magic. That's but like, come on, bro. Nobody come on, bro. Nobody told, come on, shorty.
But with more, like more
what? More
you're gonna be a better Laker if you play 7 more years. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be a better Laker. But as a player, you gotta have so. But Kobe, like, what, 6'7"? Yeah, say 6'7". Him and Duncan.
Don't lie, bro. If Kobe not in your top 3, bro, you shouldn't be.
Aaron, that's because he said Magic will tell you right now that Kobe was better than him, bro. But that's because Magic nice, bro. You know he gonna have that smile, bro. That smile,
knows,
like,
bro. No, because he knows. Them boys wish they could have been Bean. Like, bro, stop.
Kobe had more discipline.
Kobe had more everything.
No, this is disrespectful, dog.
What I'm saying, bro. Like,
I said Kobe had more discipline. What?
Like,
you were disciplined, like, it's a harder worker. Like, you feel me? Like, harder worker. More disciplined the crap.
Anyways,
go ahead, Kobe. Who you got? Who your top 5? Come on, let's just.
LeBron, Kobe, MJ. Me.
Kobe over MJ?
Yes. I said the same
thing. You want to tell me, because your name Kobe?
No.
I said the same thing. I said Bron, Kobe, MJ.
What?
I said
Kobe
Bron, Kobe, MJ. It's not Bron, Kobe, MJ. Bron, Kobe, MJ. 1, 2, 3. Bron, Kobe, MJ.
Who has more MVPs, Jordan or Kobe? Who got more championships, Jordan or Kobe? Who got more scoring titles, Jordan? All defense. Defensive player of the year. Like, who's in last season?
We know they was cooking his stats, bro. We know that. We know they was cooking his stats, bro. We know that he had 3, bro. Come on, you know that
stats,
bro. We seen Kobe being Bryant turn a Prius into a Ferrari.
Who was the Prius and turned the Ferrari?
Kobe was a Prius. His body was a Prius. He made it look like a Ferrari. We seen an average body, average athletics. Like, he made that look. Man, stop, bro. He changed. You talking about truly changing? And this is one thing that people don't really talk about, bro. All these old heads, bro. The reason why they didn't play longer is because they couldn't change their game when their athleticism went away. They couldn't adjust.
Jordan left off a 3-peat. He's like, all right, I'm cool. I'm about to go.
We know why he left, bro. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
So you know
why Michael left.
You would have been back there cooking the stats too, huh? Because you up here cooking the arguments like we don't know.
Like, we know why Michael left, bro. Stop.
Whatever conspiracy. What do we know? He retired, 6-time champ, never lost a full season playing since what, 91?
Okay, so what about from 84 to 91? We just don't talk about that part of his career. That part just doesn't exist.
We don't talk about
it exists. It exists, but we can
get to that, man.
We're talking about 8 years of basketball just doesn't exist.
That's
from
cool.
84, his biggest moment was having 63 on Bird. He didn't do nothing.
You're not gonna talk about what the Pistons did to that, man.
That's cool.
He didn't do nothing else from 84 to 90.
Well, what about the stretch? What about the stretch when Shaq left and Kobe was losing? He gets Powell, they get the 2, and then since 2010, when he retired, 2016. So that's like nine some years combined.
4 years.
3 years that he had down. He had 3 down years.
The
05,
time
06, 07, 08 finals, 09 finals, 2010 finals, 2011 Western Conference finals. He lost to Kevin
Come on,
Durant.
we're not talking about Western Conference Finals, bro. We're not talking about Western Conference Finals, bro. Talking about more years, more like he's at more years. Cause what that's when what? Because they lost to Detroit 04.
Kobe Bryant was in the same. He was in more finals than your boy. Facts. Stop thinking about it. It's facts. Michael Jordan was
And
in
the
six
man won less. How you go to more? Dang, now I'm going. Dang, Bron.
Like, bro, you have to.
It's
Like,
more. All right, because
how much
I
you
am being a
want?
hypocrite. I'm a hypocrite because I got Bron over MJ, but that's more because I watched more MJ. I'm sorry, I watched more Bron than I watched Kobe in
Just
his
because,
prime.
wait, nigga, you don't get an excuse just because your ass won't conscience to watch.
Let me see. Hold up. No,
You don't get an excuse for not
because
being
I did not watch Kobe and these guys in the height of they like prime. And like I was like 8, 9, but I didn't really know what was going on with the Kobe stuff like in 08, 09, 10, whatever. But because I don't really remember being in it for real, I gotta go by the accolades. More so, like I gotta go back. I gotta lean on that. Versus with Bron, I seen 2018 Bron. That's the best player I ever seen with my own eyes. Nobody can tell me different.
I'm not gonna lie, cuz like 2018 Bron, great. 2009 Kobe being Bryant. Let's talk about 2007 Kobe being Bryant. 2008 Kobe. Man, listen, bro. Like Kobe was straight annihilating people from 2000
And if you really want to get
for
into
10 straight
accolades,
years. Kobe
if you
was
really-
destroying people.
and if you really want to get into accolades, Kobe should have way more. He was blackballed, bro. Like that man was blackballed for a minute. All them years where he probably should have had MVPs, probably should have had Defensive Player of the Years, he was blackballed.
But they couldn't give Kobe an MVP because of the scandal he had going on.
Right? It's not even. I'm not even. I refuse to even get into that. It's a whole.
That's cool. But what do we say? You can't, whose fault is that? That was getting a nasty convo, and I apologize. But like, if you talking about like doing what you can control,
No, because you want to know what you want to know what my response to that is. Really, my response to that is, thank you, Ace. Thank you, Ace. The year Nash won MVP was all Kobe.
No, for sure. No, I agree with that.
Kobe was blackball. Here's my response to that. My response to
that.
that is the whole point is one player they decided to cover up all his scandals. The other one they decided to blackball him for. So one player, his stats was all propped up and raised and cooked, and he looked good.
Did they protect him though? Because y'all just said that they ran him out the league.
Bro,
I'm just saying.
everything Michael Jordan
with
did,
Jordan.
but everything Michael Jordan did, they turned into a sob story. Even when you watch The Last Dance, everything that would have been a major scandal for another player to where it's like, we don't really know if we want you to be, they turned into a sob story, bro.
But y'all did. But I know y'all, and after 98, both of y'all have said the league made him retire. So that they made him retire. Like they loved him. They used him to globalize the game. And Jordan, he the reason why these guys, these cats now Hartenstein making 30 million a year. Because that's what Jordan was making 30 years ago.
Would you rather be forced out of the league for a year on a fake retirement? Really, it was probably something else. Or would you rather have been able to play, just been blackballed from everything for 3-4 years?
And that's the thing. They didn't make him retire, bro.
With Jordan, I don't say that. I don't know. I don't even know.
This is what's real, bro. In 98, the Chicago Bulls organization said, we don't care that they got to a point where they said, we're not keeping this together. And Michael Jordan, well, if I'm not playing for Phil Jackson and playing with Scottie Pippen and playing with Dennis Rodman, then I'm not playing basketball anymore, and I'm just going to go try to own a team.
I'm not playing.
Any other player was like, all right, cool, y'all don't want to have me here. I'm gonna go get it done somewhere else. But no, I'm if I can't have it Mike's way, I'm gonna just leave. And as stubborn as Michael Jordan is, as I'm sure all of us have known. All right, cool. The league ain't gonna survive without me. The league ain't gonna survive without me. And look at him now. Like, come on, bro. He's
I mean, I'll
not, bro.
give you. I think I'll give you like you definitely watched more Kobe and was more aware because anybody act like you dumb older than me. So
Bro.
maybe like 2 years. But I do know earlier on you watched Kobe vividly and
I got
clear
butt whippings
memories
for Kobe, bro.
during the time.
Bro. I got butt whippings for Kobe. I was up at 10:30, 11:30 at night, got schooled tomorrow, turning the volume all the way down to see him hit again.
Yeah, so like, yeah, with me it's like my core memory that I really remember, like he actually did this was his farewell game. Like that's what I really remember. Like if I looked at to my kids, we gotta think, bro. I was not watching the NBA how I watched it when I was 8, 9 years old. It was when like when Bron went to the Cavs, that's when I started watching the NBA. Like for real, like I really started like watching it. Like I knew what was going on. Like I knew what was going on. Yeah, I knew what was going on, but I really started like watching like under like all the shows, really being invested in everything until like Bron went to Cleveland.
So like 20, so you saying 2016 is when you really started watching hoops?
No, it was more like 2014 when Bron went to the Cavs.
That's
Because
like
I used to be like a
first.
big Bron hater. Because I'm I guess quote unquote from Cleveland, but was there like up until I was like 1 basically. So when he
what's
went
your
back to
first
Cleveland,
recollection?
huh?
Like, what's like your first recollection? It's like that's your 2014 Bron went back to Cleveland. That's like your first like true stamped memory of basketball from when you started.
That's like I remember I'm in my porch and I see him go to my Bron, go to Cleveland, and they're singing the I'm coming.
Coming home, yeah. Okay, so Cole, what's yours, Cole? Like, what's
Don't
your first?
cancel us, yo. Don't cancel us. All right, so I'll play.
Yes, tell them not to cancel your ass, not the rest
Tell
of
them
us.
not to cancel you.
Not the rest
I'm
of
just
us.
saying a memory.
Man, hey, okay, so
probably that.
Cole, what's your
Probably Kobe in I'd probably go Kobe in 09. I was 8. I was 8.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was 8.
Like like I don't know nothing about. I ain't learned about what he was going through.
Like I remember 07, but I remember 07 and 08, but like I think yeah, my first core like really like ingrained in my brain is like yeah.
And I didn't even.
It's like probably 08, 09. Yeah.
And I've never remembered him having hair.
You 24? How old are you? 23, 24?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm 22.
22. Miles, how old are you?
Just turned 24.
24? Yeah, that's crazy.
He said, man, of y'all young fucks.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying, Jonas. That's crazy. Huh?
I mean, we know about you, P. You know.
26. Relax.
Yeah. Oh, head on this John.
Working on that 401k.
We about to do that. We all 2 years apart. Like, let's not do that. We all 2 years apart. Let's stop.
You know, P working on that 401k, building that house out there.
Yeah.
That 401k, nice. You heard?
He had a full-time job.
To be done. Like 33 is you stepping in the unk
pushing it, buddy.
Yeah,
pushing it.
You stepping
you wear sandals. You wear sandals and get on the grill. You wear sandals on the grill.
Yeah, what you do Memorial Day, bro?
I'm trying to think though. So 07. Dang, so like, did y'all watch Bron go crazy in Detroit when he had 25 straight?
I don't remember that.
But I didn't like. I don't remember it. Like
I don't remember that.
I was sitting there watching it with my pops.
That's what I'm saying. Like them YouTube files go crazy.
You don't remember like actually what?
Bro, if I could go back to like when I first watched that clip of what he did during the Pistons,
I was in Detroit when that happened. That was crazy, son.
imagine if he had. Imagine it was like how social media is now.
I'm telling you, if Brian had no real, if Brian
Oh my
had
god!
social media, like his whole career, Brian had social, it wouldn't even be like, it wouldn't even be close. Like it wouldn't
If he
even.
didn't have social media,
If LeBron didn't have social media, it wouldn't be close.
I agree with that.
Like it wouldn't even be close. Cause the stuff we talk about, man, we think Wilt's a myth. But people would think LeBron James is a myth. 50,000? People don't even people still don't even believe it.
I agree with that. That's definitely some people don't talk about with Jordan. Like he had to go through none of that social media stuff.
Yes, that's why we don't talk about 84 to 91. That's why we don't talk about it. That's what nobody talks about. Everybody starts Michael Jordan's career at 1991 to 1998, and they stopped. Like that was the only basketball that he played. They exclude the Wizards and they exclude anything before 91.
But I do think like even the BS he went through in the 90s, that would have been heavily screwed. Like that Ben stuff. Oh my gosh. Put that in social media. You got him. Imagine Bron at the casino in this era. Oh my gosh.
That's the gift that Michael, and I think Stephen Curry got that same gift. Stephen Curry got the same gift that Michael Jordan has. Nobody talks about Stephen Curry before 2015. Like nobody talks about his career before 2015. Before they won a championship, nobody talks about none of that of his career. Stephen Curry came into the league in 2008. I think it was 2008, right? He came in 2008, 2009. So we're talking about 6, 7 years that just nobody talks about.
2009.
LeBron, they talk about from
Niggas act like that.
2003.
Niggas act like that Steph Curry ankle was broke for just 7 years. Like
Yeah, like they talk about LeBron from 2003 to
Yeah, that is
2025.
crazy. They do.
Like
They be drunk.
they talk about LeBron from 2003 to 2025. They talk about Kobe from 96 all the way until he retired.
Nah, I
Like
get
those are the only two
only
players.
one that's valid. I feel like the only one that's valid with Bron is 11. And I don't know how old he was in 14.
14, bro was 23 years old, bro. What are you talking about? You said 14 or 2007? My fault.
Now I said personally, I don't blame him for 07, obviously. People do. Or like 08, 09, 10. I said I think it's only fair with Bron, the
2014,
Mavs,
he was
and
27 years old. He was 27 years old in 2014, I think, or 28.
which is crazy to think about. Like, really think about that. He was 27 years old.
He
He's
was
still playing
27.
basketball.
He was Jason Tatum.
He's still playing
27
basketball.
in 2014?
Yes.
Oh, when he first won his chip.
He came into the league in 03, 04.
He's
10
still
years
playing
later.
basketball at an elite level right now.
10 years later. He was 27, 28. 27 going on 28. And he's still playing basketball 10 years after that. And he's still
Oh,
the
he's
best.
29. He's 29.
You know what I'm saying? And
But yeah, he won that
was
chip.
like he won the chip at 28 or 27.
Yeah, he won the chip at 27. The Mavs series was 26.
Exactly.
So he was fairly young.
And that's what I'm talking about. But we talk about him from 03. We talk about him 10 years before that and 10 years after that. Michael only gets 8 years and really only 6 because they don't even talk about when he just left basketball to go be a MLB minor league baseball player. They just act like that just didn't happen either. They just,
Shea, for context, Shea is 26 right now.
how old is Jason Tatum?
How old is he?
27?
He's still 26. He's still 26 in my book.
26? 26, 27?
Nah, he probably like 20, 27. Yeah.
He's 27.
Remember, niggas said Jason Tatum been 25 for 7 years.
He's 20.
He has been.
No, he hasn't. He's 27 years old. You got to think he was 18 coming out of Duke.
No, I agree.
And the amount that he's accomplished by 28% is more than a lot, 90% of 98% of the NBA.
Well, that's going to be a topic that we're going to talk about tomorrow after the game.
Cool with me.
I'll be right here.
Because I guess this is a preview for
don't let Ant win tomorrow.
An Ant convo. It's a preview for an Ant convo because I've admitted and I said Ant my favorite player, but he is and will deserve some backlash if he doesn't deliver tomorrow, especially.
Told y'all to chill on, bro.
And I'll give you that. And I'll give y'all that I hyped him up too early. Now I'm still going.
I'm gonna feel so bad that you're gonna have to say this about Tyrese Haliburton too.
Next season, like this is.
I just don't. I don't.
Like next season, like literally next season.
Like we do this with you every year, bro. Last year you did this with Luka, like, and now you hate Luka, like. Now it's like
Luka did that too. But Luka, I do be doing that partly because it's hard to
Oh, that's because you don't
like
have
when Embiid, like you gotta think like
a strong foundation, so you can just level.
I don't have no foundation. I don't got nobody.
That's
I don't got nobody. I don't know what like postseason. Aaron don't know what a great. Well, he knows. Well, he saw AI in his prime, but I haven't seen a great postseason performer in Sixers history outside of that season with Jimmy Butler. I ain't see that with Joel Embiid. So right now, and Philly fans gonna hate it. Right now, I would take Tyrese over Embiid easily. Not even a question.
Tyrese who?
Tyrese Haliburton. Easily over Embiid.
Over Joel Embiid?
Easily. Easily. I mean, if I could trade up, I ain't gonna drag it, but like, I would.
Oh, send the text 207 207 35. 207 35. Just post that clip alone. Don't put no prefaces to it. Just put I would take.
I'm tripping though.
I'm not saying you are. I just want to hear what Philly people have to hear. Say
they gonna hate it. They gonna hate it. And like again, like we just haven't. It's been AI, and then you had Charles Barkley. He wasn't really winning though. Dr. J. But
like Embiid was a nasty corner fade away, Kyrie corner fade away from like.
No, I think he had the talent. But
I'm just saying though, like
talent.
I told you about this, bro. They should have invested in Jahlil Okafor instead of Joel Embiid. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Nasty.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
You don't gotta. No, I'm not. He don't have a jump shot.
Bro, Joel Embiid didn't have a jump shot when he came into the league. He developed it. Go watch him.
He was doing that during Africa, bro.
Go watch Joel Embiid at Kansas.
He didn't have no hoop. It was the crate. He had the crate.
Joel Embiid at Kansas was a lob threat, shorty. He was a lob threat defender.
So you think Jahlil would have developed the skill set that Joel Embiid has right now?
Bro, Jahlil Okafor already had the skill set coming out of Duke. He already had the skill set. He had all the post work. He had the mid-range pump jab. Like, he already had all of that coming out of Duke. They should have invested in Jahlil. Jahlil could have developed into whatever they wanted him to be. I stand by that. The Sixers invested into the wrong player.
I mean, they drafted both.
They drafted three bigs. They drafted 3 bigs. All of them was injured, and they picked the wrong one.
But it was like they didn't pick, like they did not pick Tatum. They did not pick Jaylen Brown. They picked Okafor. I mean,
Yeah,
they picked all these guys.
and then they
And B
picked
was the
Joe
one guy
Harden
that worked.
New Orleans, and it didn't work. Y'all been trying to trust the process since 2010. The process has been over. Like, what are we talking about? Bro, y'all been trying to trust the process, bro, since Elton Brand stopped hooping, bro.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm off it. We're gonna end this joint. But if they got Tyrese Haliburton, we be all right, bro. We be all right, bro.
You've never uttered these words in your life, bro.
We be because that was better than if you could have flipped Ben Simmons for Tyrese Haliburton. Oh my god,
That's
bro.
another problem. Like, they gave up on him too.
Well, he's ain't nobody.
They gave up on bro.
Ain't nobody saving
him.
him.
They gave up on him first. They gave
No.
up on him first.
No, he did not.
They
We
gave
cheer
up
for
on
that
him.
man hitting a 3-pointer against the Shanghai Sharks, bro.
They gave up on him first, bro.
How?
They gave up on him first, bro. Ben Simmons.
We rooted for him in preseason to hit a
Ben Simmons is a
3-pointer.
very simple guy, and they got rid of everything that helped make Ben Simmons successful.
What do you need? You're a number 1 overall pick. We gave you millions of dollars.
Bro, basketball is about more than millions of dollars, bro. When you're trying to win something, a championship, it's about more than money, bro. The people that Ben Simmons really rocked with, that y'all was having success with, they shipped them away, bro.
All right, yeah.
Hear
But
me,
like,
bro? Thank you, bro, because he's bugging, bro. Like, Ben Simmons should be a beloved Sixer, bro. And y'all just kept buying in on Embiid, and Embiid was doing absolutely
it's
nothing.
Embiid's fault. It's Embiid's fault. Ben didn't shoot the rock.
Bro, it's Embiid's fault that Ben Simmons is not an all-time great Sixer.
Better man, he's his own man. He's a grown ass man. He's a grown ass man.
Y'all start arguments. I'm going to bed. Why you getting this man riled up, bro?
Bro, because he's sitting here like
he's rage baiting.
Bro, the guy, no, I'm not. The guy that he's supposed to be playing with and building this legacy with can never be on the court. Never. He's never here. But he get all the love, get spoiled all the time. He get all the leeway, and he's never here. But the one time that I get hurt, oh, it's shit been off.
He was hurt in 2021.
I actually have an injury that is like, I actually have something, and I'm still trying to get out here. He's never here. Y'all. I've never seen Philly love a player that has never performed consistently for them more than they love Joel Embiid, bro.
But we're talking about Ben Simmons.
Y'all never respected people for that. What happened to the T.O. playing with a broken leg? AI having broken bones and still going out there and performing? Mutombo playing with a terrible back. Like, what happened to y'all loving, beloved athletes that put their
We support, what did Gilly say? We love heart. If you see Trae Young in the lane and you pass it out to Matisse Thybulle, use a turkey. Use a turkey.
That's a great play. It's a great
basketball. It's a terrible play. That's a terrible. You know it's a bad play.
Come on, bro.
Easy over. It really get me so mad. Trae Young.
Ben Simmons, yo.
He's not going up against Mutombo. It's Trae Young.
Ben Simmons, to me, should have been a beloved Sixer, bro. Y'all blew that. Y'all blew that pick, bro. Y'all blew that. Like, so serious. Y'all blew that. Y'all blew that pick, because Ben Simmons was rolling for y'all, bro. Ben Simmons is arguably the best 2K player on 2K ever. No bull. Cole, no, that's facts. Cole, no, that's facts. Y'all blew Ben Simmons, bro.
You know what? That means Gerald Green is Michael Jordan in your book. Let's just say that. Let's just say Gerald Green on the Suns, 2K. What was that? 14? That's Michael Jordan, bro. That's Michael Jordan. Let's just say that then. Let's just say that.
It's not the same, bro.
Gerald Green. What you know about Gerald Green, Cole? What you know about Gerald Green on the Suns, Cole?
Goran
was
Dragic
nice.
there. With
He was
Goran
nice,
Dragic.
but he wasn't
What
Ben.
was he
Oh,
doing?
no,
On the
Ben
side?
Simmons on
Kick
2K?
out, windmill. You
Bro,
can do the oop. You do the
people used
kick
to
out
get
to the.
excited.
Oh my
People used to
god!
get excited on 2K because the Sixers had Ben Simmons, not Embiid.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that on 2K. Matter of fact, the guy Ronnie from 2K was showing us how Ben Simmons should actually play in real life. In
He did
real,
play like that.
maybe if he did what he
play
did
like
in
that.
the video
He
game.
did play like that. Go check the numbers. He did.
One time when he saw Rudy Gobert, it was the one time he saw Rudy Gobert, and he turned to that guy.
Y'all gave up on, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Philly's sad, bro. Basketball wise, Philly's sad.
Well, I'm glad that
That's the Eagles though.
I'm glad that the Celtics, the Lakers, and the Sixers will all be in Cancun.
It's not the same type of poverty. Not the same poverty. Y'all might be on like some all-inclusive in Puerto Rico.
We know why y'all know. Y'all in Little Havana. Y'all in Little Havana. Boston and LA and two different. Boston and LA on.
I don't disagree. But
y'all in Miami. Like
no, bro.
Exactly.
Where
not the States for real.
The Sixers and the Knicks. Like we over the Knicks. Like it's like we the same thing. Lakers, Celtics, nah. Like Lakers, Celtics, y'all got it.
Over the Knicks now.
Huh?
Over the Knicks
now. In the Eastern Conference Finals right now.
There's a better, like the Sixers are a better franchise. Like
than who?
Than the Knicks. Like,
hey, this is triple threat. We got Miles, Cole, P. We gone.
Miles, come on, salute, bro. Salute so we can get out of here, bro.
Salute so we can wrap it up. Come on.
So look, y'all. Tomorrow we'll be back at it. Back at tomorrow. Hopefully it's a close game. We'll see. Gonna talk about Shea more. Gonna talk about Ant more. Shout out Tyrese. Brunson got locked in a little bit. Pace is set to be in the finals. And I like that top 5 all time, top 5 talk. So we got some good clips. They're gonna be posted. So if you ain't watch it, you watch on the playback, you're gonna see them Jones. Like, come on. You're gonna see them Jones. Shout out Aaron, shout out everybody. Shout out Jonas. Triple threat. MJ Code P. We are out.